You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in.
All right. Salute to everybody that's going to get this notification. Hopefully, you guys will. I appreciate all y'all that comes in the building. I want to start off by saying salute to Tiffany Meeks. I appreciate you coming through with a $50 donation in the PayPal, sending me this report. I appreciate that. You're the one who sent me the link to this. So salute to you. And also, Arnold, salute to you, brother. You came through yesterday with a $20 donation. I did not acknowledge you. I apologize for that. And I do want to say this. I get a lot of messages, and a lot of people understand I've lost subscribers. People get mad at me for coming in here and speaking on this type of stuff. I'm the only one in the community that's really brave enough to come out here and speak on this type of stuff, and people get mad at you. Well, my thing is this: my only judgment comes from God. It doesn't come from man on earth. So it doesn't matter what people say, because when I come, I'm gonna come correct, right? So now there is an explosive article on the front page of the New York Post, and just so I can have references when I say stuff, so people don't come in here and try to say I'm just trying to make stuff up or cap. It just came out right now, and here it is right here on your screen. As you guys can see on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, it just came out today on May the 16th, 2026, just so the whole world can see. And everybody's get mad at me for coming in here and saying this stuff and putting this stuff out here and putting the information out here. I don't have to come out here and lie for nobody. I told y'all this before. Ticket don't lay down for nobody. So you can get mad, you can unsubscribe, they can try to bury me in the algorithm, all that stuff. I'm going to consistently come in here and speak what the truth is. And if you don't like it, it is what it is, man. I don't have no reason to sit up here and lie about nobody. Don't none of these people do nothing for me. Don't none of them do nothing for me. I come in here, I report the news, and I give my opinion on it. So many people are mad at me. You guys have all heard secrets that have been alleged in the industry for years, where there's been allegations of what they do in the industry and things like that. But y'all only want to believe it for certain people. We live in a sick, twisted, demented, evil, and disgusting world. And you got all these people afraid to touch this. They won't touch this with a 10-foot pole. So now, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Jackson's close friend has come out. And I'm going to put ether on this today because I came with receipts today. Michael Jackson's close friend has come out and admitted that Michael Jackson told him that he was you know what, as a you know what, right? We're going to get into the article because I told everybody, and everybody got mad at me for saying this. Until the person says, I'm a clickbaiter. Man, shut up, bro. This ain't no clickbait. This on the front page of the New York Post, clown. Today, look at the date. Published May 16, 2020. You can go look it up yourself. It's on the front page right now. Go look this shit up yourself. Anyone will come in here and tell me I'm clickbait, just make sure. Go look it up yourself, sucker. And the dude who said it, he's a Emmy award-winning producer that was close friends with Michael Jackson since he was younger. What the hell is wrong with you, man? You don't come in here and try to get mad at me, tell me, man, shut up, man. All you fools is demonic. And I'm going to read the article, and I'm going to keep going. You know what? Since he said that, I wasn't going to do this, but now I'm going to really stir-fry this nigga. Because since he said that, right? Now, let's stop right there, y'all. Since that bum came in here and said I'm clickbaiting, right? Now, listen to this before you leave and before you think I'm capping. I want y'all to listen to one thing. If you think that what I'm about to say right now or what I've said is cap, when Michael Jackson's sister LaToya had been lying, let's start off with LaToya Jackson. Since he said that, I wasn't even going to talk about this. I wasn't even going to bring the LaToya Jackson up. I wasn't even going to say nothing. But since he wanted to come in here looking for smoke with a nigga, when I wasn't even looking for that smoke, I wasn't even going to talk about that. My hand to God, I wasn't going to talk about that. Right? And you can look this up yourself. Since this man want to come in here and talk about somebody, and y'all smash the like button, man. I told y'all only a few people going to actually only a few people in this world seek the truth. But when you seek, you shall find. All these other demons are afraid to speak on this because they demons. So peep game. When you start speaking facts and when you start talking about things that they don't want to talk about, that they want to hide, they come in here and they get mad at you. They turn their back on you. They unsubscribe. They say all these little demonic, diabolical, devilish things about you behind your back. I don't give a two middle fingers to them clowns. Because I live on truth and honor, and I don't lay down for nobody. I don't care who it is. So let's get to this. Remember, since you said that to me, remember when LaToya Jackson publicly, this is Michael Jackson's sister. We ain't talking about nobody else. We ain't talking about through a third person. We talking about Michael Jackson's sister, LaToya. You forgot about this. Remember when she publicly came out and alleged that her daddy physically, mentally, and sexually abused them and some of their other siblings when they was growing up? You see, you niggas come get mad at me. You niggas come get mad at me, nigga. I'm putting this out here to the public. But everybody come get mad, act like, oh, come on, Tiki, you're making this up. Shut up, nigga. No, I'm not. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. And I'm going to stand on business. And they can get mad. They can all, oh, Tiki, man, why you there, man? Shut up. Shut up, man. We in the year 2026, man. Let's talk about what LaToya said before I even get to what Michael Jackson friend came out and exposed today. Front page. LaToya Jackson, she said that Joe, who was a former amateur boxer, allegedly beat the children severely with belts, whips, and his fists. LaToya described him as pushing her grown brothers and knocking them down the stairs. And she recounted an incident at around 6 years where he beat her with a metallic belt buckle after seeing a poor report card remark, leaving her bruised and swollen. She said the brothers remained afraid of him into their adulthood. She also claimed, let me say this again, she also claimed that Joe molested her and her older sister, Rebby, or goes by the name of Maureen. Now, according to LaToya Jackson, he was sneaking to the living room alone, right? Sneaking to where the sisters slept and getting to the same you-know-what as them. Now, she said this began around 11 years old. And after Rebby left home at 16, and she allegedly escaped the abuse. Now, LaToya described it as ongoing and severe. Now, LaToya claimed that Catherine Jackson knew and sometimes intervened verbally, saying things like, quote, and quote, please, Joe, not tonight. Leave her alone. Let her rest. Don't get into bed with her, referring to Rebby. She portrayed this as contributing to the family's dysfunction and sense of shame and fear. This is what Michael Jackson's sister said, nigga. They ain't gonna come in here and they're gonna get mad at me. Nigga, lay down, nigga. She also alleged mental abuse alongside the physical and the sexual elements, describing a household of fear, control, and exploitation tied to their rise as performers. She referenced wanting to take her own self out, attempts among siblings driven by that environment. Straight up. Now, right, in a 90s appearance on a Live with Regis and Kathy Lee show, while promoting her book, she stated there was physical abuse, mental abuse, which was very disturbing, and also sexual abuse. She stated this on the Regis and Kathy Lee show. Y'all forgot about this, right? When directly asked if her father had sexually abused her, she said, yes, he did, very badly. She added that it started for her when Rebby left home. Then she felt embarrassed and that if she was doing something wrong and that she hoped Janet had not been affected, saying she didn't know. Now, let's talk about this now, because we're going to get diabolical in this thing, right? We're going to get diabolical in this thing, right? Now, she made related statements in 1993, including at a press conference where she says, I am a victim myself, and I know what it feels like. My father molested me sexually, and I don't like it. I don't like the way it feels. That's her quote, not mine. That's LaToya Jackson's quote. But nigga come around here, get mad at me. All I'm doing is kicking facts, saying what they said. Right? Now, the autobiography she had, it detailed family struggles, including abuse, drugs, infidelity, and exploitation. It became a bestseller, but it caused a major rift, if you guys don't remember. Joe and Catherine initially denied those allegations. Michael later confirmed on Oprah in 93 that the physical beatings were as extreme as LaToya described. LaToya married her manager, Jack Gordon, in 1989. She later described him as controlling and abusive, including physical violence and isolating her from family. Many family members, including LaToya herself, in later years attributed some of her public statements so that their escalation to Gordon's influence or coercion. She was estranged from her family for much of the early 90s. People forgot about this, but they got mad at me. But today it all came back out. It's on the front page of the New York Post today. But we're going to finish saying what LaToya said, since that nigga said I was just in here just talking. See, that's why I put the article up there, so you can go look it up yourself. See, when y'all nigga come in here and y'all nigga run y'all mouth to me, don't run your mouth to me, nigga. Don't come in here and run your mouth to me. Keep it up, and don't call me right now and say, Ticket, man, you was right, man. I don't got 15 messages right now to Ticket, you was right, man. My bad, man. My bad, nigga. Shut up, nigga. You niggas all doubted me, nigga, when I was coming out here cooking a couple days ago on the other week. Y'all niggas all turned on me, doubted on me, unsubscribed, left, talk that shit behind my back, nigga. Sit down, shut the hell up, nigga, and watch me shine. I told you niggas, man. I don't lay down for nobody, and they ain't gonna touch it. All the other niggas, they're not touching this. You know why they ain't touching this? Because when you're a part of the machine, when you're a part of the system, right? When you're a part of the machine, you're a part of the system. This is what happens. This is what happens. Right? Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So they had a big beef about this, if y'all remember, in the 90s. Now, it got so bad that LaToya had to reconcile with her family. And she did in the late 90s after she left Gordon. And in a 2003 Larry King Live interview, she accepted her daddy's apologies. Go back and look at that interview, y'all, for how he treated them children. She has spoken of forgiveness and the complex dynamics of their upbringing. However, she has not fully disavowed all those claims in every context, and some discussions continue to reference her earlier statements. Now, her daddy came out. Now, who y'all believe? This is all what y'all believe. Do y'all believe her or do you believe Joe? Because the daddy came out and said he denied the most serious allegations. The family has generally presented him as a strict disciplinarian who pushed him to success while acknowledging harsh physical discipline was common in their household. Some relatives have reportedly corroborated aspects of their abuse in their private or indirect ways, right? That was LaToya. That was LaToya. That was LaToya Jackson, right? Right? Now, right? Now, y'all want to keep going? Y'all want to keep going? But y'all that nigga come on YouTube and get mad at me. And all turned on me when I came out and I said these things. They all turned on me, right? Think about what I said. So now we come to today. Since that dude, and I wasn't even going to bring this up, yo. Bro, I swear I wasn't even going to bring this up. Since that dude started running his mouth, He made me bring that up today. When he started running his mouth, okay, now you want to talk? Okay, dog, let's go. Now you want to talk. Right? Now you want to talk. All right, cool. Let's get to it then. Let's get to it then. Since you want to talk now. Right? So all y'all got to do, right, is go to the New York Post on the front page, and you can follow me right now. You can follow me right now. New York Post, front page. Front page. And it says Michael Jackson admitted he was molested as a had sickening word to describe the disgusting acts, said his close friend. And his close friend is an award-winning producer. And I'm about to tell you this right now. I'm going to read the article to y'all. See, they didn't come in here and talk about, oh, man, these niggas all scared. Them niggas is suckers, nigga. Them niggas hide behind this shit. Niggas scared to stand on business, nigga. And I'm telling you this. Think about this. They will all come out and put a jacket on Drake, right? But they scared to talk about this nigga with a soft shoe around a lot of this other shit. Think about this. They love and protect Michael, but they live by a code that say, oh, man, we got to stay on code. Michael Jackson married all white women. This friend that was Michael Jackson's close friend was white. Yeah, we're going to get to that too. Like I said before, I'm going to take it all down. So according to the report on the front page of the New York Post, pop music legend Michael Jackson confessed he was, according to the close friend, has sensationally revealed now. It says, and I'm going to read the article direct. It says, the king of pop opened up to friend Jeffrey Mark after hearing about his own pal's own childhood suffering to sexual molestation. The superstar detailed how he was inappropriately touched by an adult while he was a child performer. I'm reading from the article for y'all who don't know. You can go read the article yourself. However, rather than believe the abuse was criminal or even abnormal, let me repeat this again. However, rather than believe the abuse was criminal or even abnormal, Michael Jackson interpreted these actions as natural behavior. Mark, who's an Emmy-winning producer, asserts that the star, who died in 2009, normalized the disgusting acts of his abuser. The Thriller artist Michael Jackson was groomed by a predator and carried a heavy emotional load throughout his adult years, Mark believes. Michael Jackson didn't identify exactly who did it to him, but he told him it happened. The bombshell revelation about the singer's damaged childhood comes as worldwide audience are enthralled by watching Michael Jackson's rise from child star to international icon in the musical biopic Michael. The movie, which has already earned close to $500 million, doesn't include Mark's revelations, nor does it portray the many allegations of PDF against Michael Jackson. Mark feels that the tragedy of Michael Jackson's childhood may explain why, as an adult, he got in trouble over the relationship with them youngins. Eight, not one that went to court, 8 of his former companions have publicly claimed that Michael Jackson abused them. Michael Jackson's childhood friend Mark believes that Michael Jackson was not evil, but might have been so emotionally stunted and damaged from his early life that he didn't know what was right and what was wrong. Michael Jackson made his admissions to Mark during several intimate chats at the Hancock Park, Los Angeles mansion a mutual friend and dermatologist by the name of Dr. Arnold Klein during parties in the late 90s to the early 2000s. And I quote, Michael told me he experienced abuse as a kid. Mark said in an exclusive interview, and I quote, I was sexually abused by my father and others who are deceased in my family. Michael said that he was sexually abused. He didn't use those terms because he didn't think of it as abuse or sex. He said Michael told him, and I quote, it was playtime. That's how he interpreted it. Michael Jackson never went into detail about the abuse. And I quote, Michael shared very broadly news that there was intergenerational. Let me repeat this again. And I quote, he says that Michael shared very broadly news that there was intergenerational touching and beyond. And I quote, it's not like Michael said, oh, I was abused. That would never have crossed his mind. Because he says, because he had been conditioned that this was normal behavior and natural. Other than it did happen a lot. It was a part of his growing up, and it was normal. Mark, his friend, who was now 67 years old, recalled how deeply troubling the subject arose during a dinner at Mr. Klein's house, where guests were discussing their fathers. I shared, and I quote, that I really couldn't chime in because my father had both sexually molested and physically tortured me, Mark recalled. And Michael found that revelation to be strange. And I quote, he almost sort of cocked his head back like a dog, like he was not understanding. It was something he thought was normal and natural and did not understand when it happened to me. I was upset about it. To the person who says more lying on this man's name, was LaToya Jackson lying? Anna says more lying on his name. See, y'all, here's the thing, y'all. These people have been brainwashed, literally online. I just want to ask everybody here a question. All you have to do is go, Anna, since you said that, just go to LaToya Jackson. That's Michael Jackson's sister, right? Go right to her interview with Regis and Kathy Lee. Remember the Regis and Kathy Lee show? See, all y'all forgot about this. A lot of y'all didn't see this. Y'all forgot about this. Go right to her interview and listen to her words. Listen to her words. And you tell me, was LaToya herself lying? She was there, you weren't. But you gonna tell somebody, oh man, they're making up all these. See, that's why I be trying to tell y'all. These niggas are possessed. They are demonic figures online. They have been brainwashed and told that if you like somebody, you have to think a certain way. Think about what I just said to you now. Think about what I just said to you. So you have to ask yourself a question. Was his sister lying when she said that? Was she lying too? The sister wasn't suing her. She ain't sued Joe Jackson. Was she lying? I'm asking you. Because the whole black community ducking this shit. Because them niggas is cowards. Is she lying? Is LaToya Jackson lying? That's what I asked you, ma'am. I'm waiting on you to answer the question. Until you answer the question, don't say nothing else to me. Give me 50 feet. Because I lost over 300 subscribers in the last couple of days, and everybody started watching my channel because I would dare to approach this topic. They all turned on me. Now it's coming out. All of this information. Now it's coming out. See, the truth always, or other people's version of the truth always has a point or a way of coming out somehow. So I'm just asking her. She didn't even answer the question. She can't answer the question. You know why? She's stunned. You know why? Because she never knew that. She thought I was just in here saying stuff. She never knew that LaToya said it herself. But if you go on YouTube and you look up the LaToya Jackson interview on the Regis and Kathy Lee show, you're going to hear it. You gonna hear her what she said, and then you come here and tell me I'm lying about what she said. Yeah, the same LaToya Jackson that weighed probably about what 87 pounds right now. Yeah, that LaToya Jackson. But you niggas come in here. I'm gonna say it again, and think I'm lying. I'm telling you what the family saying, nigga. She said that the man used to get in the bed with them. Come on now. Come on now. See, they scared. See, then what happened when you do all that whispering and shit? Niggas pillow talking and shit. The walls have ears, little nigga. I hear when you talk. I hear when you talk. Let's get this thing clear, little nigga. Right? I told you, they all afraid to touch this. With a 10, because they all praise Mike. These people don't praise God, they praise man. And that clouds your judgment. Whenever you praise man, it clouds your judgment in life. Right? I always kept an open mind to everything because I don't see celebrities better than regular human beings. I don't see no man and no woman better than anybody else in life. Michael Jackson might be a better singer than everybody else. He might be a better performer. But just as a man or as a woman, just because you can sing better than somebody, it don't make you better as a just individual person than that person. You might have a better talent or ability. I know a lot of people who had great talent and great ability, but were horrible people. Think about what I just said. So LaToya Jackson, was she lying? See, you coming here talking about, oh, man, I'm asking you. You still have not answered the question. I've given you 5 minutes to answer that question, ma'am. Was LaToya Jackson lying when she said, don't go to Google and look it up now, and then come back and say, my bad, Tinker, you was right. I ain't know that. That's what y'all always do. I'm not going to come in here and report no lie. I'm not going to tell you something somebody didn't say and they ain't say it. Period. And to the person who said when somebody disagree, ain't no disagree. If I'm bringing you facts, it ain't no conversation. To the lady who said that, if I'm bringing you facts, it ain't no conversation. Don't come in here disrespecting me when I'm bringing you facts. That's why they going to get cooked 3 the hard way. Period. Play that. You're not finna come on here when I'm telling the truth about what somebody said and tell me I'm clickbait, I'm lying. Man, get out of here. What the hell wrong with you? I nigga I'm cut from a whole different cloth. Straight like that. I'm from a different stratosphere, nigga. Scared of none of these niggas. None of them. And I told y'all this. I'm going to say it again. So now you're agreeing with what I said. You went and looked at what she said, right? That's all I'm asking you, Tara. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you, Tara. Thank you. So now Tara's saying this, right? I appreciate you, Tara. Because like I said, I'm not just coming out here making this up. LaToya Jackson said this on the record. This wasn't no 15th party or nothing like that. LaToya Jackson said it herself. Now, Michael Jackson's childhood friend have come out. A close friend he had, younger than like his, come out. Who won Emmy Awards, he's come out and said this too. So you can't just say, hey, I'm lying. To the dude who said I'm brainwashed, I'm not brainwashed by nobody. I'm telling you what happened with Drake. And I'm telling you, if you have any allegation, ma'am, I'm going to say this to you again, to the girl feeling long. You don't listen to what I say on my channel. You can't listen to what I'm saying. Because if you don't listen to what I'm saying, if you listen to what I'm saying, it's something got to be wrong with your brains. Show me the police report, the allegation. Show me. Just show it to me. Where he was accused of PDF behavior, and I'll cook on it. I've said this on my channel 1,000 times. Show it to me. That's all I'm waiting on. Talking about somebody a hypocrite. Sit your ass down and shut the hell up. Again, I'm waiting on it, Feely Long. Just show it to me. That's all I'm saying. Everybody calls somebody something and they ain't got no type of nobody. You got LaToya Jackson. That's this man's sister coming out saying that the daddy was doing this. Now the childhood friend saying, hey man, Mike told me this stuff was happening to him too. See how they do, y'all? See how they do, y'all? I'm one of the only ones that's want to cook all these Bammers. I don't care what you look like. White, black, yellow, green, orange. I don't care. Get down what you look like. And see, when you cook people and the people that people like, it's all about who they like. So if I cook Donald Trump, guess what? All the Donald Trump supporters get mad at me. If I cook Bill Clinton, all the Bill Clinton supporters get mad at me. If I cook Diddy, all the Diddy supporters get mad at me. Think about what I just said. A bunch of niggas get mad at me because I was stir frying that nigga Diddy. Think about this. And I stood 10 toes on that shit. Till this day. Think about this. I don't care what you look like. You go hard on Donald Trump over them Epstein files and why is he hiding and starting the whole war, they mad. Think about what I just said to y'all. Diabolical, disgusting work. I had people come here, man, why are you guys still worried about the Epstein files, man? Come on, man. We got more important things to worry. No, we don't. We still own that, nigga. We still own that. Let me go finish reading this article. So it says that despite being the father to Prince and Paris Jackson, Michael Jackson never spoke about his own youngins. The chats came several years after MJ paid accuser Jordy Chandler, over $20 million in an out-of-court settlement. The singer continued to hang out with youth. Now think about this. This was the part about Mike that was insane. You already paid a youngin $23 million who brought these allegations to you, who went to the police. And when you paid him that money, Jordan Chandler dropped, and his family dropped the charges and disappeared, right? They dropped the charges and disappeared, right? So let's keep it 100. Why would you continue? This is the part that everybody has to understand. If that type of stuff happened, why in the blue hell would anybody with any kind of common sense continue to put themselves in these type of situations like Mike did? It makes no sense whatsoever. None. Once that happened, it should have never been, bro, you can't even come around. Can't nobody come close to me like that. Somebody will hit you for $23 million. And you still hate, like I said before, and then nigga get mad at me for coming on here speaking rationally with common sense. Scary ass nigga, like I said before. So the article says that the singer, Michael Jackson, continued to hang out with the youngins at the Neverland Ranch and on his world tours, including Wade Robinson, James Safechuck, and Frank Cascio, who have in recent years accused him of these same type of acts. The late father of three was cleared on accounts by a former cancer patient, Gavin Arvizo, in a 2005 criminal trial. Mark believes that Michael Jackson, his friend Mark believes that Michael Jackson sought to relieve his childhood joy, not realizing his experience was distorted. And I quote, Michael's friend, his best friend, said, if I thought that Michael was an evil or a predator, if I thought there was evil intent on his part, I probably wouldn't be talking about it. Michael, to the best of my knowledge, thought that he was entertaining the youngins the way he was entertained, end quote. Mark insists that he could never say that Michael Jackson was a PDF. He says, I can only react to what I saw and heard. I was not in the room when Michael was with the youngins. Michael turned to drug and alcohol as a coping mechanism, Mark believed. It is not unusual, he said, that an awful lot of alcoholics and addicts have some kind of childhood or sexual or physical trauma, he says. It's the underlying pain that causes one to reach out for meds to begin with to dull the pain. Mark, who was written best-selling books about Hollywood, including a definitive Lucille Ball portrait with another on the way, sees Jackson as two entities, the professional entertainer and the confused adult trying to find his place away from the limelight. He said everything was about the career and the money because that's what the father wanted, Mark said. Michael was unsure who he was and whether anyone liked him for just being Michael. He didn't know who to trust, including himself, because Michael wasn't sure who he was. Mark has kept details of these private dinners a secret because of the complicated nature of Michael Jackson's trauma, addictions, and sexual abuse allegations that have been made against him. And I quote, Michael Jackson's good friend says, "I've never gone public with this. I've never traded off of it. I never made any money off of it. Addiction is a disease," he said. While Michael Jackson has been accused by multiple ex-companions of sexual abuse, claims of him being a victim himself never emerged. His sister LaToya, in interviews during the 90s, claimed that her father, Joe Jackson, abused her as a child, but later she tried to walk back some of those statements. Michael often spoke about his father beating him during his childhood in Gary, Indiana, during the 60s and the 70s. But in the 2003 documentary, Living with Michael Jackson, he said he totally forgiven his father. And for the people who wanted to see LaToya Jackson, all you have to do is this stuff is all in the history books. It's all in the history books, right? It's all in the history books. To the person who says, "I love Michael Jackson, I'm open-minded, but if I see proof before me, I'm believing it." Come on now. When your own sister come out and have been said that some of these things even happened to them, right? Now, I want y'all to think about this. You guys need to do your own research, right? Right? I want y'all to do your own research. Go look up these shows.
The book is getting a lot of attention. Very controversial. How do you feel now?
Now, see, niggas say I'm capping, right? Nigga, I was never bluffing, nigga. I was never bluffing. I don't bluff. Here's LaToya Jackson in her own words. Regis and Kathy Lee show. I know y'all didn't think I had it. F with me. You know I got it.
Now that it's out, any regrets that you wrote it, or anything you'd like to delete or add?
No regrets whatsoever. I feel very good. Actually, it was therapy for me to release everything out of my system. Actually, it felt very good.
I can do that sometimes. Writing a book can relieve you of everything inside.
You called it a highly dysfunctional family, although on the surface it seemed like the American dream. Yes, of course, naturally. In our family, because that was always that facade up there, smiling in front of the cameras. But when we got home, it was totally different. It was an entirely different lifestyle at home.
What was it like at home?
It was very, very hard. My father was very strict. He beat us.
When you say he beat you, did he spank you? I mean,
He had a belt, you say in the book. Belt, whatever. My brothers were grown, and my father would take his fist and he would punch him and knock him down the steps constantly.
They provoke
to this
him?
day, no, of course not. To this day, they are still afraid of my father. They will tell you. They come to me and they say, "LaToya, we have kids in college and we're afraid of my father still today." But my mother allowed this to go on, which makes it so bad. She didn't stop it.
She, too, was an abuse victim, wasn't she?
My mother, my father, according to my brother, yes. According to Michael, he would tell me he would see my father beating my mother. I had never seen my father beat my mother. But he beats all of us. I got beat once only. But
You came home with a straight A report card and
I
got
came home
beat.
with a report card, and there it was. He beat me. I didn't know why, because when you're young, you don't understand. But it was because I didn't speak up and talk in school. And the reason for that is because I saw so much going on inside the house. I said to myself, I don't want to be a part of this, and I would never talk. I was so quiet and shy because I didn't want it to happen to me.
So did this persist all through your childhood and continue into young adulthood?
Everything. I mean, Michael was doing, I think it was Off the Wall, Thriller. And he was still getting beat, but what you guys see is him up on the awards, accepting these awards, smiling. My father's chasing him around the house, and he's running from him, terrified.
You said that Michael was the only one that actually tried to fight back and tried
He
to
was
hit
a
your
little
father.
boy, yes. He was the only one. I don't think he knew exactly what he was doing, but the more he would get beat, he'd throw it back at him and throw it to him. He would have to always get the last lick in, always.
If he wrote a book where he didn't talk about the abuse at all.
He did talk about the beating. In his book, he does. He mentions that his father was very abusive. He beat them all the time.
Really?
My mother also wrote a book, and she also mentions that in her book. And she also mentions my father's second family and so many other things. But she omitted this from her book in America, but the book that she wrote in Paris, it's still there.
What's been the reaction of your family to this book?
I have no idea. My parents, of course, they're denying it, and of course, they would deny it. Denial is the first sign of dysfunctional and abuse as well. However, outsiders.
Did you hear what she just said? I'm gonna stop it right there real quick. Denial is the first thing. This is what all y'all do to me. Y'all come in here. What's the first thing all these fanboys and fangirls that won't never around come in here and do? Deny it. Oh, Ticket Man, this is bullshit. This is clickbait, nigga. This is Michael Jackson's sister, nigga, who was there. This is her sister, nigga. This is Michael Jackson's sister, LaToya Jackson. You can go look it up yourself, nigga. I told you, nigga. She went on Regis and the Kathy Lee show. A lot of y'all don't see all this stuff. And she told it all. She said that when Michael Jackson was on the stage accepting awards, this nigga was still getting abused at home. Running around the house. Listen to what she said. I already told you niggas. I was never capping. Never. Never. Now I wonder who's gonna stand on this business. I wonder who's gonna stand with me right now. I wonder who's gonna stand with me. Hold on. Rewind that part.
But she omitted this in her book in America, but the book that she wrote in Paris, it's still there.
What's been the reaction of your family to this book?
I have no idea. My parents, of course, they're denying it, and of course, they would deny it. Denial is the first sign of dysfunctional and abuse as well. However, outsiders have accepted the book, and they understand. They understand about abuse. It wasn't just physical abuse; it was also mental abuse, which is very disturbing. You know, but sexual abuse as well.
Also sexual abuse. Told y'all. This is Michael Jackson's sister saying this on the show. But niggas coming here and niggas got mad at me for coming in here saying this. They got mad at me. Oh, come on, Ticket Man. You putting out this cap, nigga. Nigga, show me something. Nigga, I'm showing you his sister. His own sister said this. LaToya. Yeah, that's right.
That you don't write about in the book. You allude to it. Your sister
I touch
really
it
left.
very lightly because it's a very touchy subject, and it's dealing with my sister, and I wasn't able to talk about myself just yet. You have to be ready to come out and talk about these things. And it's a very sad story because Riri is a wonderful person, I must say, and she left home at a very young age. She left home when she was, I think it was 16 years old. And the reason she left is because my father would get out of bed with my mother, and he would get into bed with Riri. Riri would ask my mother, please, mother, get help for him. And she wouldn't. She would not. So Riri had to leave home. There were times, of course, when my mother would say, Joe, not tonight. Leave her alone. Let her rest.
But if I said that, if I just said what LaToya said, man, them niggas would say, man, this nigga sell out, man. This nigga greedy. Man, nigga, shut up. Shut up. Ain't no protecting these demons, nigga. None. It ain't no protection plan over here for it. I don't care how much they take me out the algorithm. We'll burn this thing down. This whole system. Straight up. And I told y'all this. And straight up. And I stand 10 toes. Strong. Every time. Because when I come in here and I press record, the shit I'm saying It's sincere. It's sincere. So you can believe all this celebrity shit you want. A lot of them niggas ain't even real with each other. Look at all the stuff y'all see going on in the game right now when celebrities calling each other fake and phony. But y'all don't want to believe that. But you'll come in here and argue with me all the time in protection of celebrities. Right? Think about what I just said. She said the mama knew and would have to beg. I'm going to rewind that. The mama would have to beg Joe. Joe, get out the bed. Don't do that. And Joe would still do it. And y'all niggas come in here talking to me, nigga. Y'all people crazy as hell, man. These people are out of their minds. Out of their minds, you guys. But this is what's going on. This is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to what she said again. Listen very closely. This is Michael Jackson's sister, LaToya, on the Regis and Kathy Lee show. This is just for everybody who thinks I'm lying. Hold on. This is just for everybody who thinks that I'm lying. Nah, I ain't lying, dog. I ain't lying, dog. Let me rewind that again.
That you don't write about in the book. You allude to it. Your sister
I touch
really
it
left.
very lightly because it's a very touchy subject, and it's dealing with my sister, and I wasn't able to talk about myself just yet. You have to be ready to come out and talk about these things. And it's a very sad story because Riri is a wonderful person, I must say, and she left home at a very young age. She left home when she was, I think it was 16 years old. And the reason she left is because my father would get out of bed with my mother, and he would get into bed with Riri. Riri would ask my mother, please, mother, get help for him. And she wouldn't. She would not. So Riri had to leave home. There were times, of course, when my mother would say, Joe, not tonight. Leave her alone. Let her rest. Don't get into bed with her. And then Riri called me, and she said to me, she said, I have a question I want to ask you. I said, what is it, Riri? And she said, when I left home all these years, and this is just recent, all these years, I wondered if Joseph ever sexually abused you the way he did me. Was it happening with you and Janet? And I couldn't answer her.
Did you hear what she said? Was it happening with you and Janet the way he did me? And niggas coming here on YouTube talking to me. Then they come talking crazy to me. I'm the last real nigga alive, and that's official. And them niggas unsubscribed and ran, nigga, because I stood on business. Think about what I said. I'm the last real nigga, and that's official, nigga. Straight like that. Straight like. Listen to what she said again. She said I couldn't even answer that question to my sister. If you weren't sexually abused, wouldn't you tell your sister, hell no, daddy didn't do that. He would never do that. Ain't that what you would say? Listen. She said the sister asked her, did you do that? Did daddy do that to y'all like he did to me? A tear came down my eye. Because I'm strongly against that type of stuff. It got to be some type of code, some type of moral, some type of ethics, some type of honor, some type of dignity. It has to be. If it ain't, what are we doing? A lot of people don't live by a code. And I told you, the way you raise up your child, it can cause them to move in certain ways of their life. When you're young and you have your youngin' in the streets doing robberies, committing drills, they don't know that this is wrong. They only see that. They become a product of their environment. That's why when y'all see that young boy who went viral online doing all that cussing, because he was around parents and people who allowed him to do all that, who didn't tell him, hey man, that's wrong, bro. What are you doing? They set that man up for failure. He didn't know right from wrong because he was only taught wrong. So how would he know right? You don't want to listen to what I'm saying because it hurts. It breaks your spirit. But when you stand on business, and to the person who says the smear campaign, how's it a smear campaign when his own daughter went on national TV and said it? So LaToya Jackson was lying in 1993. Look at this clown. Love Soul 427. LaToya Jackson, Michael Jackson's daughter. Joe Jackson's daughter. She was lying? Was Rebby Jackson lying? He said, yes, she was lying. You're blocked. You're blocked. You're blocked. You're blocked. These are the demons that pop up, y'all. And you see, when you get demons like that, you got to rebuke those demons. I'm telling you, you gotta stand 10 toes on those demons, y'all. Them demons come around. Them demons come around looking to devour. Listen.
It's a very sad story because Riri is a wonderful person, I must say, and she left home at a very young age. She left home when she was, I think it was 16 years old. And the reason she left is because my father would get out of bed with my mother, and he would get into bed with Riri. Riri would ask my mother, please, mother, get help for him. And she wouldn't. She would not. So Riri had to leave home. There were times, of course, when my mother would say, Joe, not tonight. Leave her alone. Let her rest. Don't get into bed with her. And then Riri called me, and she said to me, she said, I have a question I want to ask you. I said, what is it, Riri? And she said, when I left home all these years, now this is just recent, all these years I wondered if Joseph ever sexually abused you the way he did me. It was happening with you and Janet. And I couldn't answer her. She says, please tell me, and I wouldn't. It's things that you don't talk about. She says, LaToya, you have to tell me. And I said, Riri, there's just certain things you don't talk about, isn't there? And she says, okay, I understand. And that's when she asked me about Janet, and I said, I don't know what happened to Janet.
Well, what about you, LaToya? Did he sexually abuse
Yes,
you?
he did. Very badly.
Did you hear that? She said, yes, he did. She asked LaToya straight up, did he sexually abuse you? She said, yes, he did. But I guess LaToya lying too, right? In 1993, she ain't suing her daddy. It's her daddy, but I guess she lying too, right? She lying too, right? Everybody lying around this motherfucker. She lying too, right? Man, y'all, some of y'all going straight to hell, boy. I'm talking about one-way ticket. One-way ticket, my nigga. Listen, some of y'all got a one-way ticket. One way.
She says, LaToya, I have a question I want to ask you. I said, what is it, Riri? And she said, when I left home all these years, now this is just recent, all these years I wondered if Joseph ever
Listen now.
sexually abused you the way he did me. It was happening with you and Janet. And I couldn't answer her. And she says, please tell me, and I wouldn't. It's things that you don't talk about. And she says, LaToya, you have to tell me. And I said, Riri, there's just certain things you don't talk about, isn't there? And she says, okay, I understand. And that's when she asked me about Janet, and I said, I don't know what happened to Janet.
Well, what about you, LaToya? Did he sexually abuse
Yes,
you?
he did. Very badly.
Do you think he did, Janet?
I don't know. She's never spoken about it. I certainly hope he didn't. She's never spoken about it. My father, it began with me when Riri left, and then it started with me.
So when did you decide that you were going to talk about it?
You live with this all your life, and you feel that you're doing something wrong, and you're frightened when this is happening to you. And you're embarrassed. I have been embarrassed all my life to ever talk about it, to mention it. Shy, afraid that people can see through me and see that this is happening.
You felt like your family's living a lie all these years.
They have been living a lie.
Yep, they have been living a lie. But hey, man, his own daughter said, man, the family been living a lie. But y'all need to come here and get mad at me. This man's own daughter. His own daughter said this in 93. And everybody mad at me. Think about this. Think about this. She said why she didn't tell nobody all these years. You know why? Because they demonize you. They praise celebrities. So if the daughter came out and said that this happened to her, they'll demonize her too. They'll demonize her too. Oh, you're a liar. Why would you try to do that? They absolute demon. And they out here celebrating this stuff, bruh. I tell you, nigga, I stand on business. Business. Listen to what she said again.
All these years, I wondered if Joseph ever sexually abused you the way he did me. It was happening with you and Janet. And I couldn't answer her. And she says, please tell me, and I wouldn't. It's things that you don't talk about. And he says, Latoya, you have to tell me. And I said, Riri, there's just certain things you don't talk about, isn't there? And she says, okay, I understand. And that's when she asked me about Janet, and I said, I don't know what happened to Janet.
Well, what about you, Latoya? Did he sexually abuse
Yes,
you?
he did. Very badly.
Do you
Yes.
think he did, Janet?
I don't know. She's never spoken about it. I said,
That's how I know she ain't lying. She didn't come out and just try to put a lie over Janet. She only spoke about what she knew. She spoke about that abuse to herself, the alleged abuse to Michael. She said, Janet, I don't know. Janet ain't never said nothing about it. I'm trying to tell y'all this. And they niggas mad, like I said before, bro. Y'all crazy, man. Like I said, this world we live in, man. Y'all can have all the views. Y'all can have all the subscribers. Y'all can have all these people if y'all want them. I have my dignity. Right? Never got to take it from nobody. Think about what I just said. She said he did it to her, and he did it very badly. That's his own daughter's words. And they demonized her when she said this in 1993. Now it's coming out that even Michael Jackson's friend is saying that Michael told him, hey, man, I was bleeped as a you know what. Boy, I tell y'all, man.
I certainly hope he didn't. She's never spoken about it. My father
Listen.
says, please tell me, and I wouldn't. It's things that you don't talk about. He says, Latoya, you have to tell me. And I said, Riri, there's just certain things you don't talk about, isn't there? And she says, okay, I understand. And that's when she asked me about Janet, and I said, I don't know what happened to Janet.
Well, what about you, Latoya? Did he sexually abuse
Yes,
you?
he did. Very badly.
Do you
Yes.
think he did, Janet?
I don't know. She's never spoken about it. I certainly hope he didn't. She's never spoken about it. My father, it began with me when Riri left, and then it started with me.
So when did you decide that you were going to talk about it?
You live with this all your life, and you feel that you're doing something wrong, and you're frightened when this is happening to you. And you're embarrassed. I have been embarrassed all my life to ever talk about it, to mention it. Shy, afraid that people can see through me and see that this is happening.
You felt like your family's living a lie all these years.
He has been living a lie, definitely. But the disturbing, hurting part
They have
about
been
it all
living a
is
lie.
that my mother never did anything.
Did y'all hear what she said? She said they have been living a lie. They ain't come here and get mad at me. And I told y'all a lot of these niggas be capping. They ain't gonna tell me, hey man, come on, man. This nigga trying to nigga, shut up. Shut up. The own daughter said they living a lie. Why she got to lie for? She said we are living a lie. I'm just saying.
About it, and I wanted her so badly to say, Latoya, is he bothering you? Is he touching you? Did he touch you? I would direct questions to her and throw them at her, leaving it open so she could say, Latoya, did he ever touch you?
Why wouldn't she leave him then? If it's
That's what Riri would always say. Mother, Riri would tell me, I don't know why Mother didn't leave him. And you got to think, sometimes I say, is it because there's so many children? No, it wasn't that. Because after a while, everybody was old enough.
You never asked your mom that?
Yes. She has no answer to it.
You know, your family got in touch with us this morning.
Mm-hmm.
They sent, we think it's legitimate. It's on their stationery. You would be able to tell us if it is. And they're saying we would like to make a statement in regards to our daughter, Latoya Jackson's book. First, we would like to say to Latoya that we love you. And you're still part of the family. We also would like to apologize for any misunderstandings or bitterness that you may have due to being a part of the family. We cannot understand written wrong. What prompts you to feel so bitter? But we hope someday that those things can be reconciled. And it says, to the public, we'd like to say as a family, we are just like any other family. We have our differences, but we managed to get through them. And then we do not care to elaborate nor narrate on Latoya's book, nor the things she's doing, since there's no truth or validity to the accusations made. We think it's best to let the book ride on its own course. And it says, thanks to the people who have been supportive of the Jackson family. May God bless you all. Is this the first time you've heard from them?
I've heard that letter before.
Yeah, you have. Are sending it out to everybody?
Everybody has this letter before I go on to tell my parents this letter out. Again, that's a sign of just wanting to deny everything. And it hurt so bad when I was on another program and my family, my parents actually, I should say, denied everything.
She said it hurt so bad. My parents denied everything. She said they lied. They just denied everything. Think about this, y'all. Think about this. This is the devilish spirits y'all hearing. Just deny everything, they'll believe it. Because the people are fickle. They're weak of the mind. Right? Think about what I'm saying here. So anything that goes against somebody that they perceive as a historic figure or they love them, they won't believe anything negative about them. You just block your mind. Then his own daughter come out and say, man, it's lies. Just be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Think about this.
If they would just come out and speak out and tell the truth, it would help so many other people. And that's the reason for writing it.
But here's the thing. I think she didn't realize at that time they got to live on that lie. Because if Joe Jackson came out and said what she was saying was true, he'd be in handcuffs and in prison the rest of his life. And Catherine would too. Period. They literally cannot, Joe Jackson nor Catherine, at that time, they literally could not come out and admit what she was saying was true. They both be in prison. The cops would go arrest them immediately. They would have both spent the rest of their lives in prison. Straight up. So they had to lie. If that's what she's saying is true. They would have had to have lied to stay out of prison. They couldn't have. That's the part I don't think Catherine understood. It ain't just come out and admit you was wrong and you moved. No, that's not happening. You said your daddy was sexually assaulting you and your sister and was in the bed with both of y'all. If he comes out and admits that and says that what you said was true, he's going to prison. And you said that the mama knew and she was like, she ain't even called the cops on this nigga. She didn't all she told her to do was please don't do it again, Joe. And he kept doing it. She going to prison too. Try to tell y'all this stuff, man. Ain't gonna get mad at me, nigga. Like I said, it's a whole lot more I could do. I could show y'all way more than this.
So that I'm going to reach out and help other people who have been abused. Because you don't understand, but once you're abused, it affects you terribly. This goes on, and you live with it, and you live in shame.
Hey, and shout out to my boy Paul Harrison with the 50 spot in the Cash App. Salute to you, brother. He said, stir fry these clowns today, ticket. I'm on their helmet, dog. You already know I'm not playing no games.
You can't really speak out because you're afraid. And finally you get courageous enough to do it. And then you do. Remember.
Yep, she said you can't speak out because you're afraid. I try to tell you this. Hey, they get mad at me. And everybody demonize you. You come out and you speak some truth. And then y'all remember the show Rwanda? Y'all remember the show Rolanda? The Rolanda show? Right? Do y'all remember the Rolanda show? Right? Y'all remember this? This show was back in 1993. The Rolanda show. Think about what I just said to y'all. Think about what I just said to y'all. She got trashed for all these things she was saying. Let's go to that show. Let's go to that.
It is only the question, just so you know, the question that was asked you by the reporter is, what do you mean she could not take it anymore? And then you got specific with the little boy.
Once you're with the person, you're not living really with the person.
And that's Latoya Jackson that's speaking, y'all.
And it's all a facade for the public. You can only take so much of that. In the beginning, it was arranged to do this, and she knew what her obligations were and what she was supposed to do. But after a while, she couldn't take it anymore. It was just too much for her.
I understand there was a $15 million arrangement for this marriage. Is that what I hear you say?
There were monies involved.
As much as $15 million?
There were monies involved.
All right, we won't go there then. You know, so many of us saw that kiss at the music awards, and was that also all, in your opinion, a big setup?
That was, what do you think? Do you think that was staged or what?
Well, a lot of my friends didn't believe it.
Well, I tell you what, if you really watch this program carefully, Lisa's very shocked at the end. As she's walking out, she's shocked and she's embarrassed. It's like, I can't believe he kissed me finally after all.
You say, according to you, you also say that they never did consummate the marriage.
No, I have never been in a same bed with the two of them.
I was about to say, Latoya, how do you know that?
Because I've never been in the same bed with the two of them, so I'm not the one to say that. However, to my knowledge, knowing him and knowing how he felt about ladies, no, I don't think he would ever consummate that marriage.
Oh, now, what does he feel about ladies?
Listen to the audience. I can't believe this. I wish I could see you guys, but I can't.
I know. Latoya, they're having a good time here. It's like
I know, they can see me, and they have no idea. I'm looking in this little hole about this big.
we're on the other end here in another
Yes,
nation.
I can hear.
But what do you, from your listening, and what does Michael think of women based upon what you've heard and experienced?
Based upon what he's actually told me repeatedly throughout the years and the way he felt about them, and he's actually had no interest whatsoever. So this was quite unusual and quite different.
Is your brother gay?
You heard what she said? Nigga was saying she was lying. This was in 1993. Latoya Jackson said he ain't got no interest in women. She asked her straight up. But these niggas were coming on here, getting mad at me. His own sister was saying this. Now, you take what the dude said about Mike's own trauma, what he alleged that Mike told him about his own trauma, his childhood friend, his close friend, excuse me. And then you just go, like I said before. So people felt like, oh, because after Mike had the trial, that's when he went and married the white girl, Lisa Marie Presley. See, these people don't even know their history. They just be on YouTube just talking. They be on YouTube just talking, y'all. I come on here and I bring you stuff that was in the history books that can never be erased. That was said by the people who were there. And they get mad at me. Listen to what she said.
You know, you are so you are so blunt. And you're just
I'm
right to
just
the
good,
point.
Latoya. I'm just
You're
good.
right to the point. You're just good, is that what it is?
You know, Latoya, for many
You are
years.
the only one. You know, lots of people interview me, and you're the only one. You just get right to the
I
point.
cut right to the chase. No, you know something, Latoya? I'm
Yes.
one of, if not few of the talk show hosts who has been a journalist for many years. And I believe in that old thing, so the people shall know. So that's where I'm coming from. But is he gay?
You know, let's put it this way. My mother has always said that I hate to use this word. She's always said that he's a faggot.
Who said?
I'm gonna stop it right there. Now, I don't agree with her use of that word at that time on national air. That's his own sister. Said what the mama said. But this is what I'm trying. This is 1993. But everybody get mad at me when I come on here and I'm dropping receipts on their helmet. I'm dropping receipts. But they all get mad at me. I'm dropping receipts from then. This ain't no Monday morning quarterback. No, this was 1993. Let's keep going.
My mother, she would always say this. And I would always say,
She said the mama told her that about Michael. Y'all niggas get mad at me though. Hey, take it, man. You trying to tear down my king, nigga. No, nigga, I'm just telling you what I've heard over the years. Let's keep going.
you shouldn't say that. And she said, well, he is. And she would always say that. However, I don't know if there's a difference of being gay and a person who likes to be with little boys.
Very big difference. Very big difference. Very
You know
big
what I
difference.
mean by that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because when you're with children, it's called a pedophile.
Right.
But if you're going to be with an adult, that's different.
So what you're saying is it's not that you don't believe that he's, or you're not saying whether you believe if he's gay or not, but you're more concerned about him maybe being labeled a pedophile.
Being with them. And it's wrong. It's not right. It's not fair because you're destroying innocent children's lives.
Latoya, I'm going to play devil's advocate here, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
All right, here we go. It's a tough one. There are a lot of people who say, why in the world would anybody put their own blood brother in front of the entire world and beat the stew out of him this way? If you knew... Wait a minute. A lot of folks who say, if he's got that kind of a problem, Latoya, get him help. Don't bash him in front of the world.
You are so right. And you know what? I've asked him to get help.
To the people who ask who's talking, Michael Jackson's sister. This is an interview she did in 1993 on the Rolanda Show. You can go look this up yourself too. Yeah. He was watching this shit growing up. This on the Rolanda Show. A lot of y'all niggas wasn't even, like I said before, people come on YouTube, don't even know what they be talking about. This is his sister, LaToya Jackson. Right? Went on national TV and said this. National TV. And everybody talking about what? Hey, Tiki, come on, man. I mean, no, nigga, his own sister said this stuff. I'm not even putting words in her mouth. I'm not even putting no words in her mouth. I'm letting her say what she say.
He doesn't get help. He doesn't return calls. He could care less about it. You have to remember, he did this to himself. I didn't do it to himself. He did it. I'm not the one out there that are paying little boys to do things to me. He's the one who's doing it, so don't blame.
No. But see, everybody got mad at me. Let me rewind that again. Because people want to come in here and they want to talk all this trash. They want to talk all this yickety yak. They see a thing go clickety clack. Right? They get mad at me. Ticket man. All of them unsubscribed. Talked about me like a dog. All these things. She said this on national TV on the Rolanda Show. And everybody forgot. Everybody forgot.
Difference of being gay and a person who likes to be with little boys.
Very big difference. Very big difference. Very
You know
big
what I
difference.
mean by that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because when you're with children, it's called a pedophile.
Right.
But if you're going to be with an adult, that's different.
So what you're saying is it's not that you don't believe that he's, or you're not saying whether you believe if he's gay or not, but you're more concerned about him maybe being labeled a pedophile.
Being with them. And it's wrong. It's not right. It's not fair because you're destroying innocent children's lives.
LaToya, I don't play devil's advocate here, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
All right, here we go. It's a tough one. There are a lot of people who say, why in the world would anybody put their own blood brother in front of the entire world and beat the stew out of him this way? If you knew this, wait a minute. A lot of folks who say, if he's got that kind of a problem, LaToya, get him help. Don't bash him in front of the world.
You are so right. And you know what? I've asked him to get help, and he doesn't get help.
She said she asked Michael to get help. And I see, the nigga all come on me talking this trash to me. Think about this. These niggas on YouTube, I didn't even put the allegations on Mike. All I did was report what other people accused him of. They came and put this shit on my docket and got mad at me, unsubscribed, talked about me behind my back like a dog. Think about this shit now. His own sister, LaToya Jackson, this was in 93. She ain't suing. She ain't looking for money. She ain't looking for clout. She's the Jackson. She already got clout. Y'all now y'all starting to think, damn, maybe this nigga Ticket was on to something. Nah, nigga, sit down, nigga. Y'all turn y'all back on a nigga. I seen all of you who unsubscribed, who ran away, who was scared to touch this smoke. I'm pulling receipts.
To return calls, he could care less about it.
She said he could care less about it. He don't even return your call. Let's keep going.
You have to remember, he did this to himself. I didn't do it to himself. He did it. I'm not the one out there that are paying little boys to do things to me. He's the one who's doing it, so don't blame me.
Oh, well,
After all, I have told Michael, I said, listen, you need help. I wish he would do what Hugh Grant did. Hugh Grant went on television and he says, okay, I made a mistake. This is terrible. I was a bad boy. I wish Michael would say, listen, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I've done a lot of things that are wrong, but I'm going to seek help.
And your parents?
I'm very, very sorry.
Your
I
parents?
wish he would say that and get it all clear and out of the way and go on with this life and move on. And stop hiding and running.
Have your parents been able to talk with him at all? Or I would think, God, this must be breaking your parents' heart. Even if the allegations surrounding. How are your parents dealing with this?
Well, my parents, he doesn't really, Michael calls whenever he wants. You can call him to death, and he will never return a call until he feels like it. He's occupied with his little friends, you can forget it. And as a matter of fact, no, I'll tell you one other thing.
We've got a lot of questions here in the audience, Latoya. We're going to take a quick break. I got to take a commercial break. A lot of questions here. Sure. And also, Latoya is going to tell us what it was like growing up.
And she was cutting Latoya off when Latoya was cooking. Think about that. These are all the stuff Latoya Jackson was saying, not Ticket. I'm not saying this. This is what they were saying. I'm just reporting what they were saying. Even back then. Think about this. They all turn their back on you when you sit up here and you speak on this stuff. Let's keep going.
With this music legend. We'll be right back in a minute.
This is on national TV, y'all. Think about this. This is on national TV. This is how it was back then.
Did something outrageous, unusual, or horrible happen?
Remember all this? Y'all forgot the whole get up of this show. Y'all forgot.
Latoya, I got to ask you this. If all of these things that you're alleging against your brother are true, all the things that you're coming out saying and you knew about them, then why aren't you just as guilty because you didn't say anything about it before?
No. But you know, it gets to the point where, you know why? Now, I'll tell you something. When I wrote my book, the entire world did not believe one word of it. And eventually the truth prevailed and everything came true. And they were against me. You guys were totally against me. And then eventually there were all these abuse victims that were writing letters. The same thing, if I would have said something about this, it was that, oh, she's lying and she's making this up. You asked me a question, I give you an answer.
I have read some interviews and you said that these days you don't trust anybody. That maybe that goes back to the abuse that you claim. Maybe it's because your mother knew about the abuse, I understand, and didn't say anything, according to you. Tell me about your trust issues.
No, I don't trust anyone, and I never will.
Why? Why don't you tell me in your own words?
Because I feel if you can't trust your own parents, then who can you trust?
How has this affected your life as a woman?
Well, it hasn't been easy for me in that sense. I've lived my life. I've moved on. I've forgotten about it for many, many years, meaning that I'm not going to dwell on guys. It's not so important to me, and it wasn't important to me. However, it took me forever to consummate my marriage with my husband, and finally I did this September.
This September you did. Oh, you can clap. How was it?
Don't ask. Don't ask.
Sir.
Toya, let's go back to the family trust. With that, do you trust yourself?
Now, see, this one, it was real back then. Back then, they would ask the audience questions to ask you. See, back then, you couldn't duck no smoke. They would go to the audience during the show. All these different shows. If you guys remember the Ricky Lake show, all these different shows, the host would go to the audience and pick random people out the audience to ask you questions. The world we live in now, everything filtered, everything capped. But when you go back and you listen to all this stuff and all the overseas, you're like, damn, dog, they was saying all this on TV. This was before the PC era that we live in. Y'all, people forget about this. I ain't forgot. I'm cut from a whole different cloth, nigga. That's why when people come in here talking about, oh man, here you go with the clip. Man, nigga, his own sister was saying this. I didn't want to do it until that person came in the chat to start running their mouth, talking about some clickbait. This on the front page of the New York Post today. Look at the date. They want to talking about something. So that's why I had to do it. I had to show you that this stuff been on the docket since 93. What the sister saying and stuff. But you won't believe me. So everybody who unsubscribed, who told me I was talking all that trash in the comments, watch how the shift move. Watch how the tide move now. Because now, when they go back and they see all these interviews they didn't see, when she was actually speaking out, now niggas got to change their whole get up.
Yes.
Concerning
Of
the
course.
fact with your brother, all the allegations with your brother, you trust yourself.
Yes,
You're
of course
right.
I
To
do.
the person who said Latoya redacted the entire story, she redacted parts of it, not the entire story. That's not true. She made up with her father and her family for the best of the family because she was demonized. She was demonized. Make sure you get it right, because I got all the facts. She was demonized. And to the person who says strange that this is all coming out, no, this has been out since the 90s, sir. This ain't all just coming out. Christian one. Y'all keep saying this is strange, it's coming out now. First of all, when you got a new biopic coming out, all the talk about Michael Jackson is going to come back up. That's first and foremost. Be realistic, nigga. Secondly, this ain't just start coming out now. I'm playing you an interview from 1993. What is wrong with people? Y'all wasn't watching this stuff. That's why I tried to tell y'all. I'm in a whole different stratosphere. Do your research. Go to the Regis and Kathy Lee show in the interview with LaToya Jackson. Go to the Rolanda show in the interview with LaToya Jackson. And this is the reason why, because people drag you for coming out and saying this stuff. But I told y'all, it was raw on TV back then. Back then, you'll go on TV, it wasn't like it is today. It's different today.
You're right. It says yes. Yes, sir. Another question here. Stand up, please.
Kathy, I really can't understand with the scandal that you're pulling right now. I mean, on your whole family. You said trust.
See, now he said, look at this dude. He a fanboy. He said, the scandal you pulling on your family right now. Scandal? You ain't her. You ain't living in the household, nigga. How you gonna tell her something when she's there? Now listen to her answer, y'all.
You have benign them on national TV. I mean,
No, that's not true.
You just called Michael a faggot.
No, I didn't. I said my mother called me that.
You actually
I said
labeled
Yeah, see how the dude lied on her? See how he lied on her? This is what happens on the internet, on YouTube in real time. She never called her brother that. She said that's what her mother told her brother was. But that man sat up there and lied to her. This is what happens on YouTube all the time. People will come in here and say, hey, Ticket said this about me. I didn't say that. I said that's what people are accusing him of. Listen to the video. When I come in here and do a report, I'm talking about the allegations that's been put out. I'm not the one making the allegations. He didn't do nothing to me. She clearly said that her mama told her that. And this nigga said right there, and he didn't hear it. This is what happens when you have low IQ. Because you don't even think about what was really said. She never called Michael that. She said that's what her mama told her Michael was. But that dude stood right up there talking about well, you just sat up here and called your brother. Right? This is what happened with folks when you don't listen and you don't pay attention to the details, man.
Say that word again.
No,
You actually label him.
No. I said my mother called him that. You're absolutely wrong.
Yeah, but you're
What you
repeating
must remember,
something.
too, at the same time.
LaToya, you're
What you must
actually
remember is
repeating
that
something.
No. But you said she said it. So you in the wrong, sir. Let's keep going.
You create your own circumstances.
But
I didn't
you're actually
create this,
repeating
but
something that your mother has
question,
said
I
to you.
answered for you.
Dog, you will repeat something your mother said to you, clown. Sit down. If your mother told you something, you will repeat that. If that's what your mama told you.
You asked me a question, I'm going to
What's
answer
going on with Michael's life and with the people out here that really like him and respect him?
This is why people be quiet. This is why people don't never come forward, because when they do, they get demonized. I'm telling you this shit is crazy to me. It's diabolical work to me that this happens.
I mean, this doesn't help
but he has a
him.
problem.
But this does not help him. Doing this on national TV really doesn't help him.
How when she said she called him privately first and he refused to do anything? How? She literally sat up there and said, this is why I tell y'all people don't be listening. She literally told this dude that she tried to call him numerous times. He refused to listen, and then when he answered his phone, she said he cared less. She literally said that. But that dude said that the whole time. This is where capping goes wrong.
It really doesn't.
And we'll be right back in a minute. Thank you, sir.
Right? So he was
Hey,
making
I
like a
gotta
clown.
ask you, how's the snake? What's the python's name?
They're fine. Well, actually, it's two of
How many
them.
do you have? 3?
It's a boa constrictor
Oh, boa
and it's a
constrictor.
python. And a python.
Wow. And you just love them, right?
Do I what?
You just love the snakes like pets, right?
Well, they are pets, yes.
Okay. A poodle wouldn't do, huh?
Well, no, I have dogs too. Don't get me wrong.
Okay. Here's another question from the audience.
Yes, what I would like to ask you, has Michael confided in you and said that he has done things with little children?
Has he confided and told me this?
Yes, has he himself come to you and say, Latoya, I have done these things with little children?
People have seen him do these things around him, and I have also seen him act in an unorderly way with little.
Game over. Game over. Hey, he didn't come on YouTube get mad at me. I wasn't even gonna do this until old girl came in here running their mouth at the beginning of the video. This was in 1993. This ain't no Monday morning quarterback, wait to get money, I'm trying to sue. Latoya Jackson ain't got no reason to sue. Latoya Jackson said herself, I seen at my own eyes inappropriate behavior. Let me say this again. This is own sister. What is she doing? She's not suing. She's not getting money from this to sue him. None of these things. Only thing she got was demonized. Right? I'm playing for you again. Hey, like I said, but you come on YouTube and I tell you this is what's being accused and niggas get mad. And y'all wonder why people don't come out and say nothing. You wonder why? Play it again.
Yes, what I would like to ask you, has Michael confided in you and said that he has done things with little children?
Has he confided and told me this?
Yes, has he himself come to you and say, Latoya, I have done these things with little children?
People have seen him do these things around him, and I have also seen him act in an unorderly way with little kids, and he knows this. And I won't tell you how far I've seen.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. Has
Ooh, she said, I won't tell you how far I've seen. Now y'all see, now y'all niggas, like I said before, y'all niggas come in here capping, and I pull receipts. See, when niggas start talking shit, that's when I get in my bag. I get deep in my bag, nigga. I get deep in my bag. R.I.P. to Kobe. Now I get legendary in my bag. Don't make me start going to the fade away triple pump face and shit. Up and under dunking on cats. Don't make me do that. Did y'all hear that? To the person who said, didn't she recant her statement? No, she did not deny all her statements. She reconciled with her family. See, y'all want to always find a way out. You think somebody who was this direct, fighting all of these demons that's coming against her, is just going to be out here just saying anything? Come on now. Come on now. Think about this. To have all these type of explanations, you got to be a diabolical person. And ask yourself this question. Would Mike have sued his sister for doing this to his career if she was just lying? Y'all niggas, like I said before, y'all niggas, again, man, when a nigga pull receipts, then y'all still scrambling. Niggas still scrambling. I got to niggas scraping and scrambling and shit for excuses.
What's the python's name?
They're fine. Well, actually, it's...
How many do you have? You just love the snakes like pets, right?
Well, they are pets, yes.
Okay. A poodle wouldn't do, huh?
Well, no, I have dogs too. Don't get me wrong.
Okay. Here's another question from the audience.
Yes, what I would like to ask you, has Michael confided in you and said that he has done things with little children?
Has he confided and told me this?
Yes, has he himself come to you and say, Latoya, I have done these things with little children?
People have seen him do these things around him, and I have also seen him act in an unorderly way with little kids, and he knows this. And I won't tell you how far I've seen.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. You have actually seen him do things with little children?
In an unorderly way, yes, definitely.
Can you kind of explain what unorderly means?
I prefer not to go into it, Rolanda.
Okay. Another way that
Because you're just opening up another can of worms. And this is what I say.
You just opening up another can of worms. That's her words, not mine. Let's keep going. 1993, y'all. Hey, this ain't today after the movie trying to get clout. This was way back then.
I asked a question and I answer it, and then you condemn me for answering
Right.
it.
You ask me a question, I answer it, then you condemn me for answering it. Call me all kind of liar. Say I'm capping. I'm just saying.
You must remember that, all of you must remember that I have never done anything to Michael or my family. They've done what they've done to themselves. when you read something on the news, it's because he's done it to himself. What you guys have to remember is that he's destroying innocent children's lives. When you do this to children, you take them and you do things to them, they're being destroyed for the rest of their lives. It's a scar that's left on them for their life.
LaToya, I hope and pray
And then people
that
get
you're
demonized.
wrong. I really.
And then everybody else, the people who come forward with the accusations, they get demonized by y'all. Y'all demonized. Oh, they lying, man. Y'all niggas some capping ass niggas trying to tell nigga their own sister was saying this. Nigga, pay attention to the details, nigga.
Your brother has brought so much joy to so many people, particularly children.
Sure has.
I
And
hope
you know
and
what?
pray you are wrong.
And you know, but you're so right. But you know what?
Look at all the people clapping.
Go on, LaToya. What were you saying?
I wish that he would get help. And what you guys are getting mixed up is that you know the entertainer, Michael Jackson.
Right.
You don't know the individual.
Visual. That's what I be trying to tell nigga. He ain't coming here and get mad at me. Nigga, you turn to let nigga shut up. Shut up. His own sister just said, she said this in 93. You know the entertainer. You don't know the man. I try to tell y'all this. This is the same with every other celebrity that we praise in this world. We know the entertainer. You don't know the person. You talking, and so Ticket don't know the person. This is coming from his own family member in 1993 in the height of this shit. Period. You could have called her the black sheep. They all would have turned against her. She the same one that told her parents, look, just come forward and tell the truth. It's all a lie. Y'all all living a lie. She said this. And y'all still be looking for an out. Y'all still be looking for an out. Sad, man. Sad, bro.
And they're two different people.
What's your question, man?
And that's
Actually, it's not a question, it's advice. I wasn't there, so I wouldn't say anything on that. But you'll have a problem, you'll need to solve it because the same way it affected you, it'll affect your kids and grandkids, so you'll need help. Think about the kids.
No, he needs help. He needs help. He needs to help.
She said, no, he need help. He need to help himself. You talking about I need help. He need help. Look at all these people. See, that's the one thing you can't say about LaToya. LaToya was standing on her own business. LaToya was standing against her. She was not weak. LaToya was like, no. He need help. You tell me I need help. See how people, y'all told me I need help when I call this out. Think about this now. She was cooking the whole audience. Tell me she wasn't stir frying in the comment section. I know a lot of y'all ain't commenting. Y'all quiet, sitting back there just listening, just quiet.
Y'all need help. All of y'all need help because all of y'all been abused. So y'all need help because it is going to affect your kids. They're hearing. They may not be seeing, but they hear about it because it's on the news.
And we
it's
need
in
to bring
the
it out in the open. That's one of the most important things about it, to bring awareness to it. And that's why the book was written, to bring awareness to it. So people can speak out and speak openly.
LaToya, you know, if you watch our show, one thing that I'm real big on, goodness knows, and the Rolanda family is big on, is family therapy. Have you guys, I mean, because we have our own problems here. And I can imagine with all the press and all the fame in your family, that your problems are that much more escalated as a family. What about therapy for the rich and famous? I mean, have you guys really as a family or as individuals gone to seek help to put all of these difficult things in your past in perspective so you can have a beautiful future individually and as a family?
What you must remember, Rolanda, is that when you're in denial, such as my family, you will never go and seek help. They won't do it. They won't go.
Right there. When you in denial, you never go seek help. Hey, man, and shout out to let me see who this is. Hold on. I just seen you. Hold on. I just put you off the screen. Hold on. I gotta go check it inside the Cash App, John. I just seen your donation. Hold on. Bernice, salute to you. You came through with $100 donation in the Cash App. I seen you. She said, I didn't know all this existed. Listen, it's all in the records, man. And I appreciate you too. She said, appreciate it, Ticket. I appreciate you too. It's all in the records. People don't pay attention. They don't look, they don't do their research. They come in here and talk shit to me. And I'm telling you stuff that I've already known all this stuff. I wasn't even going to bring this stuff for. I was just going to do the report. But the problem I had was that thinking that everybody else had seen this stuff. And I forgot, everybody else had not seen this stuff. So the fact that everybody didn't see this, what I say, they're clouded. Their opinion of me is clouded because they think I'm just saying this stuff with no type of merit, no type of nothing. I'm not just coming on here just making shit up. I'm telling you this because I heard all of these things. So when old girl came in and started off the video trying to like disrespect me, like I'm just trying to just make this shit up, like, nah, you ain't finna do that. I'm finna play with his own family member saying in 93. Up until now, this is why all this stuff is coming out. Y'all see all the other black content creators scared to touch this. Them niggas don't want to touch it. Ask yourself this question. This has been in the news recently. All these new allegations, all this stuff, they don't want to touch it. Because they don't want to be looked at as sellouts on the community. But how can you be a sellout when Michael Jackson himself was only marrying white women? How? Make it make sense. Michael Jackson married white women. Not sisters, but they demonize everybody else who go outside their race. Think about what I'm saying to y'all. This is a diabolical type of behavior that's going on in our community. It ain't the same type of networks being held. They'll talk about somebody's a tether and all this other stuff when Michael Jackson himself was not marrying black women. He was not having black kids. And his own sister was out here calling him out since 93, calling out the daddy, the mama, the whole family, saying they was all living a lie. And then everybody come get mad at me when his own sister who was there. All these other people are fanboys, fangirls. They weren't even there. His own sister was there. Then they want to find her out. I'm just showing you what she said. It's one thing if I tell you, it's another thing if I play it.
With therapist because they feel that it's okay. Everything's all right.
Yes, sir.
I think that you're jealous of Michael and Janet's success, and you do whatever it is to get attention because you're like a have-been. Why can't you be like Rebe Jackson and just lay back and
Look at him. He tried to demonize her. Oh, you the have-been. Why can't you be like Rebe and just shut up? That's what he wants, shut up and dribble. That's what he telling LaToya to shut up and dribble. Think about this. Just shut up. While you listen to this buffoon. And y'all wonder why people don't never come forward. Listen to this clown, y'all. I want y'all to listen to this clown.
jealous of Michael and Janet's success, and you do whatever it is to get attention.
He said you jealous of their success. This is how low-minded our people are. Now listen, y'all.
Because you're like a have-been. Why can't you be like Rebe Jackson and just lay back and enjoy what they're doing?
Your question, I find it quite funny simply because you have no idea. I'm not jealous of them whatsoever. I love my family. I love my brothers and sisters. And Rebe is actually, she's always working on albums and making albums, and she knows what's going on as well.
Like the young lady said over there, that Michael need help. I think you need help.
Up here.
I think you're wrong, but you need it too as well, probably, if you're thinking that.
Coming up next, Latoya's going to settle some rumors that have been following her family. We're just going to keep talking about all this stuff. Had a little factoid up on our screen there that talked about the amount of plastic surgery that Michael has had. 6 times under the knife? That's a lot. Hello?
I'm here.
Have you had plastic surgery?
Yes, I had my nose done.
Did it hurt?
See, she ain't lying. She didn't lie about herself. She said, yeah, I had plastic surgery. I had my nose done.
Did it hurt?
Yeah, what was that like?
No, it didn't hurt, Rolanda.
Yeah.
It didn't hurt at all.
You have a lovely nose.
They brought in the sides.
Oh, would you think you'd do it again?
When they bring it in?
Yeah. Do you think you'd do it again?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, there was a rumor swirling around that when Michael got sick and fainted on the stage for the HBO special, that was all a crock. What do you think?
Well, I know that we used to pull that a lot. When you're under a lot of pressure and you're under a lot of stress and you can't meet a deadline, What you do is you just hold your breath in the whole bed and you just kind of like fall out and faint. So when I heard about it, I called my mother immediately, and she wasn't home, but she called back. I think I returned the call in about 10 minutes, I believe it was, 10 minutes to a half hour.
Okay.
And she told me that there was absolutely nothing wrong with him. He'll be coming home that night or the following morning.
Yeah.
He's totally okay.
What is your relationship with your sister Janet? How is the
Our
relationship?
I don't see Janet as much.
Do you guys get along? As,
She's traveling all the time. I don't see her as much.
do you get along as sisters? I mean, are you guys tight?
We're not tight, but yes, we get along. Because we never really see each other.
That's a good way to get along with a family member, believe me. Yes, ma'am.
When you're big and you're traveling all the time, it's difficult. You know, there's some.
It makes sense. If your sister's a superstar and she's always traveling, how the hell are you gonna have a tight relationship with her? Janet Jackson was one of the biggest stars in the world. She's always was traveling at that time. She always was doing shows. So how the hell, if I'm not with her every day, how the hell am I gonna have a day-to-day relationship with her? She got practice, she got rehearsal, she got flights, she got shows. People don't have common sense. It's uncommon to have common sense in the world we live in. It's crazy.
Many of us going in different directions.
Sure.
Everybody has different careers.
That's right.
Well, first of all, I wanted to say, as for your last remark, Janet doesn't seem to have many nice things to say about you when she does the interviews with Essence. And I also wanted to know, with a family as big as yours, how come you're the only one saying these things? Reby and Janet and Tito and Jermaine and Randy, none of them are saying anything. What's going on? You have like, what, 9, 10 siblings or something, plus a love child, and nobody's coming out but you.
Yes, I have 9 of them. You're right. And you know why I'm the only one that's speaking out?
Why?
Because everyone's afraid to speak out the truth. Because Michael is taking care of all of them.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi. And if they say one thing against him, they're cut off. And that's the fear, and that's what they're afraid of.
You know, there are.
And you have to remember, when you talk about things like this, Jermaine wrote, what's it called, word to the bad? I mean, that's the worst thing he could have done. So I'm not the one that's out there. Jermaine's always condemning Michael because he doesn't feel what Michael's doing is right. But then there are times when he changes his mind and says, okay, then I'm going to say it's okay. The next day he says, I don't agree with what he's doing. It's bad. It's wrong. But then it's yes, it's okay.
LaToya, you told one reporter that you were concerned about threats against you. Is that true?
They're documented, yes.
Documented from whom?
I really don't care to talk about that, Rolanda. This is not the proper time to talk about.
Okay, so that's over, right?
But they are documented.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
You know, I have 2 brothers of my own, and every family has their problems. And I'm sitting here listening to everything you're saying, and I just can't understand. You say you love your family members. No matter how much you fight, argue, with the good times, the bad times, I could never see myself go on national television, humiliate my brother. You know, it hurts. I'm sitting here and doing that to your own family member. And I think what the problem here is, do you really know what love is? Because you say he has to come out with this and talk about it and deal with it. Do you think this is the right way to go about it? And you want to help these young children? Okay, how have you helped them? Just by discussing this?
LaToya?
You know what? I have stopped a lot of it because he was very open and blatant with what he was doing at one point, and he decided to hide it even more so. However, at the same time, what you must remember that I'm not making these things against him, these allegations against him. He did this to himself. You guys asked me a question. I'm going to answer it. But you must remember, yes, I am helping the little children when I speak out, so they'll know it's wrong. Would you be upset about it, too?
I'd be upset.
Would you try to do something about it?
LaToya, I would be upset, and I would get into a psychiatrist as quickly as I could.
But if you can't do it, you can't.
See, but that's the thing. They're acting like they can just do it. She says, if he don't want to do it, how the hell am I supposed to do it? I'm telling you this. These people are ignorant, bro. I'm telling you this.
Do it. He doesn't listen.
Yes, sir. Or LaToya, I would call the police.
Rolanda, you know what?
What?
You know what?
What?
Michael doesn't listen to anyone. He didn't even listen to Lisa. Before Lisa divorced him, she called him to let him know that she was going to divorce him. And do you know that he would not accept her call? And not only that, she tried again, and he wouldn't even return her call.
Why'd your mom hang up on you 3 times on Christmas Day?
You know, I'd like to know that too.
Huh? She'd like to know, are y'all going through a mother-daughter rift kind of thing?
No, not at all. Not at all.
But on Christmas Day, your mom hangs up on you?
Christmas Day is nothing for us because we were Jehovah's Witnesses, so it's not like we all get together for the holiday and celebrate.
Look at her. She ethered it right there. She said Christmas Day don't mean nothing else. We Jehovah's Witnesses. See, all them people that just running their mouth don't know nothing about their dynamics of their family. It's crazy how people on the outside are so starstruck that they don't even understand the dynamics of this family. And she ethered their ass. She said Christmas Day don't really mean nothing else. We Jehovah's Witnesses. Listen.
It's just another day. But I decided to call that day because I was in Europe at the time. And I called her, and that's basically what happened 3 times. But she tells me that she didn't.
Maybe there's a problem with the phone or something.
Yeah, that's what she said. She said there's a problem with the phone. That's exactly what she said.
Latoya, right off the bat, how much of a kickback from this book, all these things you're doing, how much is the family getting out of this? Anything? None of your business.
Kickback from the book? What are you talking about, kickback from the book?
Is the family making any money off your book? And
my book was written years ago, and what I made from my book went to abuse kids to help them.
She ethered his ass. She ethered him. She said what she made from the book went to abuse youngins. Ether shut that nigga down. See how she shut him down? She shut him down. She said what I made from that book went to abuse youngins. Shut him down. The nigga can't even say nothing. Listen to this. Listen to how she stir-fried this dude. This is what happens when you a fanboy.
Kickback from the book? What are you talking about, kickback from the book?
Is the family making any money off your book? And
my book was written years ago, and what I made from my book went to abuse kids to help them.
Okay. Coming up next, the burning question.
They ain't got quiet when she said that. They ain't got quiet. Everybody got quiet. What happened to the follow-up? Everybody got quiet when she said that. When she said that, they got quiet. She shut everybody down in there. You ain't hear nobody else in the audience say nothing. They all got quiet when she said that.
When we come back. Conversation today with Latoya Jackson, who is in London, joining us via satellite. Yes, ma'am, you have a question.
Rolanda, let me ask you something.
Okay.
Before we go any further, you would actually call the police on your own brother?
Absolutely. If you're messing with little kids in a sexual manner, that is a crime.
I agree with that.
I don't care who you are.
I agree with Rolando on that. I don't give a damn who you is. You doing that, then you got to go. Straight up, bro. I totally agree with Rolando on that.
Own brother?
Own brother. You better believe it.
You see, I waited for him to go and seek help, which he never did.
I would try to get him
to seek help.
I would definitely try to get him to seek help first.
But I cannot get him to seek help. So I can't even imagine how he could do that. Now, if I would have called the police, you guys would have said, how could she call the police on her own brother? I'm going to tell you something. I stayed out of the state of California.
That is true. They would have demonized her. She would have called the cops on Michael. They would have said, oh, how you going to do that to your own family? They would have demonized her ass. She ain't lying. This is why I be trying to tell y'all, but nigga be getting mad at me. Let's keep going.
For many years, the reason why is because they wanted to subpoena me, and I didn't want to testify against my own brother. And that's why I stayed out.
Oh, now it all came out then. She said they tried to subpoena her, and she didn't want to testify against her own brother. She didn't want to lock her own brother up. She tried to help the nigga get help, according to what she said. She said they tried to subpoena her to testify against Michael. She refused to do it. She didn't want to get him. She wanted to get him real help. That's what she said.
I don't know on that issue. I'm glad that's something I don't have to worry.
No, it does matter. Yeah. It does matter. It's very important.
Let's bring in some more journalists. Who's that yelling in the background back there, Latoya? That's your husband.
Sorry?
Who is that screaming in the background there? Is that Jack?
He's not screaming. He's talking.
Oh, tell Jack we said hey.
Hello.
Peter Bird is joining us now from The Star, and Mike Lewittis of the New York Daily News. And you got, in fact, wasn't it your tabloid there that said, talked about the underwear all over the room? What was that about?
That's exactly right. The Star did a story last week. We had 5 former staffers. They used to work at the Michael Jackson Ranch, and Adrian McManus was his maid and his personal maid that went into
I told y'all, the maid said, didn't I tell y'all this? And niggas got mad at me for saying all this stuff. That the maid said that she used to find them crusty drawers from the youngest all over the place, and everybody got mad at me for saying this. Well, now I'm gonna play the tapes. So y'all can, all y'all that was talking that shit to me, come on now. Now let's hear what LaToya, his own sister, was saying back then.
Michael Jackson's room. She's one of the few people that have a key to actually get into his room. And she said she would find like, lingerie spread out all over his bed, or he'd hide it under his bed or between the mattress. And sometimes it smelled like perfume. And it was like Michael did it just on purpose to make it seem like he'd had a girl in there that night, or as he started dating Lisa Marie Presley, if she was staying over, he'd act like Lisa Marie stayed there. But the other staffer said Lisa Marie never stayed there. They said she was always in guest suite number 4, and Michael was in the main house, and it would be locked down every night, and nobody could get in there, and Lisa Marie would always be locked in her guest suite.
So they kind of saw something strange going on in this couple's life, too.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing that they said, the former Neverland staffer said that Michael Jackson never took Lisa Marie's calls. I mean, much like LaToya said a little while ago, when Lisa Marie would call, she was never on the priority list. But Macaulay Culkin, he was on the priority list.
See? But everybody was getting mad at me. But all this shit was coming out then. And now we were today. And I told y'all. And everybody turned their back on me because I dared talk about this situation. They all turned on me. Think about this now. Think about what I'm saying to y'all. It's diabolical work.
So if Macaulay called, wherever Michael was, he had to be found on the grounds, and then he had to be located, and the call had to be passed through to him immediately. Macaulay, there's several other names, including the same 13-year-old boy who had the lawsuit and got the settlement against Michael.
Jordan Chandler. $23 million lawsuit. Y'all niggas come on now. Keep the same energy. Let's keep going.
There was also, I read one of these tabloids, not that I read tabloids, but
to the girl who said the police already had the case against Mike for Jordan Chandler, the 23-year-old. They were going to trial in March of 1994. Mike paid the boy $23 million, and him and his parents disappeared, and they dropped the charges. That never went to trial. Everybody always talks about the Gavin trial in 2005, that trial. Nobody ever talks about the one where that boy identified and described Michael Jackson's private area, and the cops went and strip searched Mike and confirmed it to LAPD. Why ain't Michael Jackson family never sued the LAPD? You know why? Because if you sue the LAPD, it has to go to discovery. And guess what happens when it goes to discovery? The LAPD has to show the evidence that they found when they strip searched Michael Jackson. You think that family want that in the public? They could have, if the LAPD was lying when they said that they strip searched Michael Jackson and they took those photos of him and they had evidence that aligned up with that boy's testimony, Jordan Chandler, before he dropped the case, right? When Mike paid him, because Mike paid him before they were going to trial. And his parents dropped the whole case and they disappeared. Remember this now. See, y'all don't even know the history, which y'all talking about. Everybody always talk about, oh, but he was exonerated in 2005. That's a whole different case. That's a whole different case. Michael had almost 8 different people with allegations against him. Think about what I just said. Now, all this stuff that I'm playing for y'all was said back in 93. Wasn't no money for this. Wasn't no lawsuits. This was his own sister. In the news then.
Thing that I read in the tabloids about him bugging his wife's room and hearing sex talk
That's
with
exactly
the
right.
ex-husband.
That's in the Star this week. It's on the Star that's on the stands this week. And it was our next story. We had known before that Michael, bugs a lot of people.
The person who said she needs help. Nah, I think you need help, bro. I think you need help, bro. It's too much smoke, brother. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Cromartie, it's too much smoke, brother. It's too much smoke, brother. When there's too much smoke, it's fire, brother. That sister ain't got no reason to sit up there and lie, bro. LaToya Jackson got no reason to sit up there and lie about Joe Jackson. None of them. None of them. She didn't even lie on herself. She said she went and got plastic surgery on her nose. She didn't lie. She didn't say, no, I didn't get plastic. She sat up there and told the truth. She said, yeah, I did it. She said, our family's living a lie. That's exactly what she says. And y'all wonder why people don't speak up, because they get demonized when they do. And it be people like you, brother, that demonize her. That's why y'all wonder why accusers never speak out. Peep why men never come out and with accusations against the women that abuse them. You know, it's a lot of these niggas getting abused out here all the time. Let me talk about, we don't even talk about that enough on this channel. You know how many men are out here getting abused on a daily basis by their wives or by their girlfriends? They don't never come speak out on about it. You know why? Because it makes them look weak. They'll get demonized. They'll get called a liar. It gets pushed under the carpet. You understand? It gets de-escalated. Like the situation with the girl that was pushing the boy in the airport. What's the track girl's name? We did a video on that. They don't want to talk about that. So a lot of this stuff, it never gets reported. It never gets put out there to the public. But if you knew how many women physically abuse their men, mentally abuse their men. And to the brother who said it's about the money, how's it about the money with Michael Jackson's sister when she didn't get no money off of it? How? How is it about the money? She didn't get no money off that shit. How is it about the money? You're saying it's about the money. She didn't sue Michael Jackson. She didn't sue her brother. So how is it about money, sir, when this is his own sister accusing her parents? She didn't sue her parents and say, I'm suing my parents or my father for doing this to me. You keep saying money. LaToya Jackson never sued or asked for money. What are you talking about, dog? You keep talking about what she said. I'm telling you what LaToya Jackson said. How is it for money for LaToya Jackson? That's his sister. Ask this question. This was in 1993 when she was saying this. She didn't have no lawsuits against him, none of that. That was his sister. Make it make sense. I'm asking you a question. We're talking about LaToya Jackson, man. You quiet now, dog. You got smoked out, brother. Use your brain, man. How is it about money with LaToya Jackson when she never sued Mike, never asked for money, and the proceeds from when she exposed Mike went to the youth who were being abused? Make it make sense, brother. You running out of excuses, my brother. This is what happens when you come on YouTube and you try to find every way to wiggle out, and there ain't no way out. Now, I'll wait for your answer on that. Let's keep going. I'll wait for your answer on that.
Elizabeth Taylor, that's been printed before. Several former employees have come forward and said that Michael spies on their phone calls, he bugs their rooms, he likes to videotape with secret cameras.
These are all the different things you've heard across the line in these industry people. You've heard this across the line with Hugh Hefner. You've heard allegations of this with Diddy, with the recordings. Now, they said this in 93, they were saying this about Michael Jackson. They were saying that all these people were groomed in these type of ways to do these type of things. And all these allegations were put out there then. You see a pattern, right? Or you don't see it? You don't see it. Make it make sense, brother. This ain't, what I'm playing you was from 1993, brother. From 93. Now his close friend is coming out today on the front page of the New York Post. Go look up the article, sir.
He likes to do all kinds. He's got all kinds of toys out there at Neverland Ranch, and he loves to play with them. And one of the toys is a little room that he has in his master bedroom where he goes in, and the security guards will bring in all these tapes, and he'll listen to reel-to-reels, and he'll watch videos and everything else. Now, during the time when he and Lisa Marie were getting ready to get divorced, there were several, in the last months, there were several phone calls between Lisa Marie and her ex-husband, Danny Keel. They started off innocent enough. You know, Lisa Marie would call, just want to speak to Danny about the kids. I mean, it's understandable. He's the father of their children. But then Lisa Marie got really frustrated because Michael wasn't paying any attention to her. He didn't have time for her. He would ignore her, although he did have a lot of time for these young boys that he would travel off to, Paris with, which he did twice last year. And, he didn't have time for her. So she started talking to Danny Keough about the good old times, and they started talking about sex. And
The real good old times.
Yeah, the real good old times. And it really got into like, they had phone sex over the lines. And unbeknownst to Lisa Marie, Michael was listening to these calls.
Hate it
And it
when
kind
that
of ticked
happens.
him off.
Okay, Michael, have you heard any word about this woman? They've taken a shot of Michael with a woman, and already folks are starting to say, he's moving on.
Well, this mystery woman, her name is Karen Faye, and it's not really a mystery who she is. She's Michael's makeup woman.
Karen Faye is Michael's makeup artist.
Woman, right.
She's been a makeup artist for many
they
years.
probably spend more time together than any other two people, you know.
And Karen's married. She has a child, I believe. Karen's married.
Yeah, she is married.
She's married.
Karen's married.
She's married.
So they did this big publicity
But
ploy.
whoever this Michael is that's talking at the moment,
Y'all see how I shut that dude down in the comment section? I'll wait for him to comment again. He ain't got nothing else to say. I shut him down. I completely shut him down. He shut down. Y'all notice how I shut him down? Ever since when I stir-fried him, he ain't even come back with no more comments. He got cooked so bad, he don't have no comeback. Period. He don't have no comeback. You're not listening to what I'm saying to you, sir. I'm talking about LaToya Jackson. You keep talking about something else. I'm talking about LaToya. Period. I'm talking about his sister that grew up in the same house with him. So if you wasn't there, I wasn't there, but she was there, and then there was other people that were there, the maids. His childhood friend that grew up, his friend that was the Emmy Award winning producer that came up, that told you he told him this. Now we're putting up more people who were actually in these spaces and were there. So take me out of it. Take yourself out of it. I believe all the things that LaToya was saying. And the fact that LaToya was standing on business. The only thing I disagree with LaToya is when she said she wouldn't go to the cops against her brother. Because once you talk about PDF type allegations, you got to go to the cops. Period. And to the person who said we got our own eyes, yeah, we got our own eyes. And I believe her. She said she's seen things with her own eyes. I believe her. The police tried to subpoena her to testify against him. She refused to because she didn't want to put her brother in prison. So keep making excuses, Daniel Cromartie. You're a sick weirdo, dog. Period.
Everything he's saying,
LaToya,
everything he's saying it's true. It's very, very true what he's saying. And this is very true. Lisa would always try to reach him. He would never take her calls. But he always had time to fly away with little boys and go spend time with them, but never with her. And they never really stayed.
And they think she lying. So you think she lying right there, dog? But guess what? She actually has the pictures. They actually showed the pictures of them on those flights. But I guess that's a lie too, right? Y'all niggas so fanboyed out. I guess that's a lie too, right? That's a lie too, right? I can show you all these different pictures, but I guess that's a lie. What's she saying? When she said that, oh, he got time to fly him out and put him on flights, I guess that's a lie too, right? So she lying about that, right, dog? She lying about that, right? Is she? When she said about the flights, hold on. Is she lying about the flights? There go the little homie on the flight right there. Or what about the girl who said that he did that to her? There she go on the flight right there too. On a private jet. Is that a lie? That's what I thought, nigga. Don't come in here playing those games with me, nigga. I keep receipts. I keep receipts, dog.
Lisa would always try to reach him. He would never take her calls, but he always had time to fly away with little boys and go spend time with them, but never with her. And they never really stayed together. And that's what you guys don't understand. It was all planned. It was arranged.
There was another thing in the tabloids again that said that Macaulay Culkin said, "Beat it, Michael," when he called him for some help or something. There was some kind of telephone. Do you know anything about that? That Macaulay Culkin basically snubbed Michael recently when he was going through some difficult times.
Well, Macaulay's going through enough difficult times of his own right now.
Right.
Yeah. So he doesn't really want to be linked to Michael Jackson right now. He's got his parents fighting over custody for him. And, of course, his millions. So he's trying to distance himself from Michael and other scandalous stories right now.
And plus, Macaulay gets pressure from his friends because of the allegations, and he feels like it's no longer cool to hang out with Michael Jackson.
Oh.
Because they call him names, much like the one Michael's mother called him.
Okay. What does the future hold for LaToya? We're going to ask you that when we come back. And also, we want to have some fun, LaToya. You like psychics?
Now, so y'all can go look this interview up and these interviews up yourselves, man. Right? I have no reason to sit up here and lie to y'all, man. When y'all don't know, just learn. Just learn. Just learn. Just learn. Right? Just go do your research. That's all y'all got to do. Because it's all out here, right? This ain't something I'm making up.
Welcome to the weekend edition, where we take a look at this week's hottest stories. And first, there are even more revelations about Michael Jackson. This week, the Jackson family stood divided as the comments about Michael Jackson continued. LaToya, who has long been estranged from the family, accused her brother Michael of crimes against small children. On Wednesday, at a midnight press conference in the Israeli city of Tel Aviv, where she was on a tour that's suffering from poor attendance, an emotionally charged LaToya had this to say.
I must tell you that this is very difficult for me. That Michael is my brother. I love him a great deal. But I cannot and I will not be a silent collaborator of his crimes against small, innocent children. And if I remain silent, then that means that I feel the guilt and the humiliation that these children are feeling, and I think it's very wrong. I have seen checks payable to the parents of these children. And I don't know.
And that's why I told y'all the parents need to be locked up too. I told y'all this. Y'all don't be listening to me. The parents need to go to prison too. The parents should have been the first ones in prison. But y'all didn't want to listen when I said that. The parents should have been the first ones locked up. LaToya Jackson said she witnessed the parents get checks. Now, I told y'all this. Why would she just lie about all this stuff? She said she witnessed the parents get payoffs. Now, you tell me why the parents shouldn't have been sent straight to prison. And see, y'all don't want to hold the parents accountable. The parents should have been sent straight to prison. Straight to prison. No question about it. Straight to prison. One-way ticket. One-way ticket.
These children were apparently brought.
I'm telling y'all this.
To the parents by Michael that these children are feeling, and I think it's very wrong. I have seen checks payable to the parents of these children. And I don't know if these children were apparently brought to the parents by Michael or not. But I have seen these checks. And I've seen these checks through my mother. She showed me these checks that Michael had written to these children, and it's for a great amount. And I'm not speaking pennies. The sums are very, very large amounts. And this is my first time talking about it, and I never want to speak about it. I never want to say anything about it. I think it's sad because I am a victim myself, and I know what it feels like. And these kids are going to be scarred for the rest of their life, and I don't want to see any more innocent small children being affected this way. I love Michael very dearly, but I feel even more sorry for these children because they don't have a life anymore. They don't. Now you stop and you think for 1 second and you tell me what 35-year-old man is going to take a little boy and stay with him for 30 days and take another boy and stay with him for 5 days.
I try to tell y'all this stuff and y'all niggas get mad at me. Oh, come on, Ticket Man. And nigga got 1,000 excuses. That let y'all know the world we live in. Nigga got 1,000 excuses. 1,000. 1,000 excuses they got. Think about what I just said to y'all. This man's own sister was out here screaming to the high heavens, calling this man out. And everybody got mad at me. And I didn't even want to play the tapes. But when niggas kept talking this crazy shit, pillow talking, acting like a damn fool, I had to play the tapes. I had to play the tapes. Just to show y'all. In the early 90s, she was revealing this stuff. She did press conferences screaming about this stuff. And they demonized her. They demonized her. To the girl who said 30 days in the comment section, Mike was taking them on trips around the world with him. What are you talking about? They have evidence of this stuff. They were all going on Mike's tours with him. What are you talking about? This is what I was trying to tell y'all. Y'all didn't want to listen to me. Y'all thought I was just coming in here just trying to do something, just to say something. That's not how I roll.
In a room and never leave the room. I don't want to see any more innocent small children being affected this way. I love Michael very dearly, but I feel even more sorry for these children because they don't have a life anymore. They don't. Now you stop and you think for 1 second and you tell me what 35-year-old man is going to take a little boy and stay with him for 30 days and take another boy and stay with him for 5 days in a room and never leave the room. How many of you out there are 35 years old? How many men are out there? How many would take little kids and do that? That are 9, 10, 11 years old. I love my brother, but it's wrong. I don't want to see these kids hurt. I've been hurt by it too. My father molested me sexually, and I don't like it. I don't like the way it feels. And to this day, this is my husband, and he can vouch for this.
She said, my father did that to me sexually, and I don't like it. I don't like how it feels. Nigga get mad, say she lying. Nigga, she said that straight up. Nigga got mad, say she lying. Nigga, and then nigga come on here and tell me I'm capping. Man, nigga, sit down and shut up, nigga. Fanboy ass nigga. Like I said before, but these dudes are fanboyed out, man. Shit sad, bro. Shit sad. And they always say, I tell you, black folks stand up for the wrong thing, man. Trying to tell you. Trying to tell you. Trying to tell you.
I will not have a relationship with him because of that. But I love him dearly, but I cannot. Perhaps one day I will come to terms with it and I will be able to. But for now, I can't do it. I never want to say anything about it. But I think it's sad because I am a victim myself and I know what it feels like. And these kids are going to be scarred for the rest of their life. And I don't want to see any more innocent small children being affected this way. I love Michael very dearly. But I feel even more sorry for these children because they don't have a life anymore. They don't. Now you stop and you think for 1 second and you tell me what 35-year-old man is going to take a little boy and stay with him for 30 days and take another boy and stay with him for 5 days in a room and never leave the room. How many of you out there are 35 years old? How many men are out there? How many would take little kids and do that that are 9, 10, 11 years old? I love my brother, but it's wrong. I don't want to see these kids hurt. I've been hurt by it too. My father molested me sexually, and I don't like it. I don't like the way it feels. And to this day, this is my husband, and he can vouch for this. I will not have a relationship with him because of that. But I love him dearly, but I cannot. Perhaps one day I will come to terms with it, and I will be able to. But for now, I can't do it. And that's what I don't want to see happen to these little kids, because I know what it feels like in the heart.
The Jackson family replied by saying that LaToya makes her money from lying.
See, they all called her a liar. They all called her, hold on. They all called her a liar and demonized her. Pete, what I told y'all, man.
And sexually abusing them.
Remember she told Katie Couric, 1993. Remember what she told Katie Couric?
Your brother did, in fact, sexually abuse these young boys. What kind of evidence do you have that your brother did, in fact, sexually abuse these young boys?
I want you to know that there aren't really any evidence. The only thing that I know of, and my mother has actually shown me these things. She's the one that was outraged and brought them to me. That were checks that were written to the little boy's parents. And there are 2 checks that I know of that she has shown me. And it's for a substantial amount of money. And she was outraged over it.
How much money and are you certain you know what these checks were for? Let's say that Michael...
I don't know what they were for, but I know they were written to the parents of the little boys that would sleep over.
You're just assuming then that it's hush money. Did your mother ever tell you that this money was being given to the alleged the parents of the alleged victims to keep them quiet?
That's why I can't say that it's hush money. Apparently, it was given for some reason. I don't know why, but I do know that she was outraged during that particular time. This is around 84, mind you. And she would say things like, I can't stand this. He's nothing but a fag. I can't stand this. And I would say, Mother, don't say that. Just because you see a check doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean anything.
But basically...
And that's the way she took it. Now, to this day, she denies it because she has no support. In other words, if she were to go and tell the truth, Michael would drop everything and she would probably be out on the street. So she has to stand by him that way. But the only reason I'm speaking up is because I'm an abused victim, and I don't want to see anyone else hurt like that because I know what it feels like to be hurt.
But basically, I'm sorry, LaToya, I was going to say basically because of these checks shown to you by your mother and the fact that Michael, do you know for sure that he spent 30 nights with this alleged victim?
I have never, ever, Katie, seen Michael in the bed with another boy. Never. I have never seen him. I do know that he would have boys over all the time. One, of course, and they would stay in the room for days. Then they would come out, and then there would be another boy, and he would bring someone else, but never two at a time or anything like that.
So basically, LaToya, you're drawing your own conclusion that Michael abused young men, young boys.
No, I'm not drawing my own conclusion that he abused young boys. That's totally wrong. I am not drawing my own conclusion. Let me ask you a question. What 35-year-old man do you know that sleeps with little boys and stays with them for a week or 2 weeks or whatever, and sleep in the same bed?
Well, you know what? In this situation, LaToya, if it's okay with you, I'd rather conduct the interview than answer your questions. I hope that's okay.
Well, you don't want to answer the question. She asked you a question. She said, what 35-year-old man, grown man, sleep in the bed with kids? You don't want to answer the question, Katie Couric? This shows y'all how demonic the media is. I told y'all this. This show y'all how demonic the media is.
I'm asking you this question because this is a valid question. It's very open. Because most people would say, well, this is totally wrong. It's totally unfair.
Yeah, most people might.
You know, what you have to remember is that Jordy, I do not know this kid. I have never met this kid. I know nothing about him. But at the same time, I feel bad for him, and no one's caring about Jordy. Jordy is in a very bad position. Even if it's not Michael, his parents have put him in a bad position. And there are a lot of Jordys out there.
Have you talked, LaToya, with your parents since making the statements last night in Tel Aviv?
I haven't spoken to my parents, no.
They did talk to the press. I just want to run a soundbite for you to tell you how they reacted to what you had to say. So just listen for a moment if you could.
I wouldn't dare let anything like that go on in my home. And she knows this.
It's ridiculous, all the accusations she's making about her brother. She's not telling the truth.
What's your reaction to what your folks had to say, LaToya?
My mother is very much aware of all the children that were there, all the boys that stayed there. And she is the one who always said that Michael, excuse my expression, but he's a faggot. And she would say, that damn faggot, I can't stand him. And that's what she would say all the time. And she knows it. And now she's denying it. And that's what hurts. But what hurts more than anything else is that if she knew that, then why didn't she say something about it or do something about it or get help because she felt that he was bothering little kids? I didn't understand the fact that he was bothering little kids. I didn't understand why the checks were written. She was the one who was trying to explain these things to me.
You claim
but
that
now she's denying it and covering it up.
You claim that the reason your mom is siding with Michael is because your parents and the rest of your family are afraid that they'll be cut off financially from him.
He supports every last one of them. Jermaine lives in that house. His children lives in that house. Everybody lives there. He supports them.
You know, your mother also.
And I must tell you this too, Katie. By the way, Michael and I lived at home from anywhere from 10 to 15 years alone without the other brothers because they married very early. They do not know the same Michael that I know. They don't know him whatsoever. And they never did. And when they would come over to the house, Michael would say, have them make an appointment. And I was the in-between guy, like a go-between. I would have to make excuses and say, well, he's busy. He's in his room. He robs his room and say, I don't want to see them. I don't want to be bothered with them. And these are his own brothers. And I would have to make up excuses. And I go, Michael, but they're your brothers. I don't care. I'm busy.
Your mom also said that she thought your husband was a con man and a thug and accused him of beating and brainwashing you. And basically your folks say you're just out for publicity.
That's totally untrue. First of all, I don't need it. They also said I was doing it for the money. When you do a press conference, do you do that for the money?
She eat to them niggas. She said I did it for the money. But then when you do a press conference, are you getting money? She eat to their ass. What money am I getting for this? Think about that. Yo, ain't nobody talking like that and just out here lying and capping, bro. She's standing on business, bro. She cooked Katie Couric.
I think it's time to speak up and save innocent. His children lives in that house. Everybody lives there. He supports them.
You know, your mother also.
And I must tell you this too, Katie. By the way, Michael and I lived at home from anywhere from 10 to 15 years alone without the other brothers because they married very early. They do not know the same Michael that I know. They don't know him whatsoever. And they never did. And when they would come over to the house, Michael would say, have them make an appointment. And I was the in-between guy, like a go-between. I would have to make excuses and say, well, he's busy. He's in his room. He'd run up to his room and say, I don't want to see them. I don't want to be bothered with them. And these are his own brothers. And I would have to make up excuses. And I go, Michael, but they're your brothers. I don't care. I'm busy.
Your mom also said that she thought your husband was a con man and a thug and accused him of beating and brainwashing you. And basically your folks say you're just out for publicity.
That's totally untrue. First of all, I don't need it. They also said I was doing it for the money. When you do a press conference, do you do that for the money? I think it's time to speak up and save innocent children. No one has spoke up.
Go ahead, LaToya. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No one has really spoken out properly. No one has said anything about these children. And I think it's totally unfair. You have to ask yourself a lot of questions. There are a lot of questions to be answered and asked at the same time.
How many?
Just show y'all how much people don't listen on YouTube. I'm going to show y'all the screen. This shows y'all. I want you to think about this. This shows y'all how much people don't listen. Melody Note 333, brother. You said Katie is 94 years old. Why is she doing this? Nigga, you ain't even listening. This interview was from 1993 when this shit was popping, nigga. What is you talking about? And she was doing it because she was exposing the demonic activity that was going on within her family. I'm playing it for you right now because it correlates, because somebody came in the comment section at the beginning of this video trying to make it seem like I was capping and stuff like that. So I just showed the receipts of when LaToya Jackson was saying this stuff in 93 versus today when you have a front page article in the New York Post of Michael Jackson's best friend coming out saying how Michael told him that he was, you know what, as a youngin'. Make it make sense, brother. This is the problem we have in this world. Y'all got to listen, bro, for y'all coming here just talking. You said, do I believe her? You damn right I believe her. The hell, why the hell would she come out lying in 1993 for no reason? Do you know what type of lie that had to be to put up all that information? And if she was living off Mike, why would she lie to tear down Mike, which would hurt her? Everybody said, oh, y'all living off Mike. If she living off Mike, why would she tear him down? Wouldn't she protect him to make sure she protected the money, you dumb son of a snitches? You niggas is stuck on stupid, nigga. Think about this. All the rest of them protected Mike to protect the money. She didn't. Why would she destroy Mike, which would have destroyed all the money? Make it make sense, brother. Uh-huh. Yeah. Guess what, though? She was there, you wasn't. She was there, you wasn't. Think about that. So you saying that, nigga? You a fangirl, boy. Period. And she spoke with conviction. Period. And I stand with her. Nigga.
How many young children do you believe, Michael?
Sorry?
How many young children do you believe Michael victimized?
I can't really answer that.
And have you had an opportunity to speak with your brother yet?
No, I have not. And I have tried, but I have not. I put phone calls in, but nothing has been returned. Absolutely nothing.
Do you think he'll be coming back to the United States, LaToya?
The problem is my parents, especially my mother, more than my father. My father has no idea. My mother knows that I know a lot, and she's afraid of what I might say, as well as Michael, because they know that I know too much. And now I think it's time to put an end to all of this.
Do you think Michael will come back to the United States?
I have no idea.
All right. LaToya Jackson, thanks very much for talking with us. Perhaps you can come.
Mm-hmm. Like, share, subscribe, man. Hey, man, you get mad at me all you want. Just food for thought. Y'all do the dishes.
Hey, we always appreciate the support, and if you guys want to do so, you can use the Cash App or PayPal links. They'll be in the description box below this video or pinned at the top of the comments. The top donators will be announced every month. All right, you guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all cop the merch, and make sure that you get the weight loss formula. The links to that will be in the description box below this video. Check out our next video coming up right now.